Okay, once again, good morning, everyone. We will start in 3 minutes. And for everybody's information, we had actually limited the number of participants in the Google Meet. But more than 1,000 parents and students will be joining us through the Facebook and YouTube live streams. Meron po kasing capacity requirement ang ating Google Meet. That's the reason why we had limited the uh, participants in our Google Meet. Okay, we'll start in 2 minutes. Ma'am Jen, Ma'am Judy, thank you.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Okay po.
Okay, before we start, let us remind everyone, especially the teachers, na mayroon pa tayong slots for the Google Meet. So, I think pwede nating i-advise pa yung ating mga estudyante to join kasi pwede pa rin po silang i-accommodate. For those who can access the link, pwede pa silang mag-join. Thank you. Okay. So before we start, I'd like to acknowledge every participant, especially the students. Of course, we have the parents, the guardians, the teachers, and the guests, the special, rather the speakers or the guest speakers, and of course the admin. So hi everyone, and thank you for being here with us today. Before we start, let me discuss you first the protocols for the program to run smoothly. We encourage everyone to please observe the following. Okay, number one, please mute your mic once the program begins. And then number two, listen attentively to the discussant or the speaker. Number three, do not interrupt the discussant or the speaker while presenting. Take note there is a time allotted for the queries and it will be entertained right after the discussion. Number four, always be professional and courteous. This is an educational event, so we are expecting you to present yourself nicely, appear in terms of an appearance, attitude, tone of your voice. Number five, please focus participation. Avoid unnecessary sidebars and comments. There are time for comments and feedback. If you get disconnected to the e-meeting, please go back to the link and click to come back. Again, good morning and welcome to Tanzania National Trade School Senior High School students and parents work immersion general orientation. Today is May 24, 2021 at tayo po ay napapanood via live stream on Facebook and YouTube, courtesy of course of our very own student Mr. Nigel Bersamina of Computer Programming. The Immersion Joint Working Group have prepared a lot of information at nais po naming magbahagi ng kaalaman at kaliwanagan to parents, to students tungkol sa process ng work immersion in the new normal. At kami po ay lubos na nagpapasalamat lalo't higit sa mga magulang at guardian na naririto upang makinig sa ating programa. At ako po si Miss Jennifer M. Laag, your host for today, an immersion teacher and trainer, and together with me is Miss Julie Ann T. Peredo, also an immersion teacher.
Hello, everyone. Before we begin, let us bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. Dear God, we glorify you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We are truly grateful for them. Thank you for blessing us together today to join with each other in a virtual orientation with the parents and students. May you send forth your divine wisdom for our teachers, speakers, as they impart effectively their God given gift to all of us. May they be blessed as they continue to share their expertise to the people who needs them. Bless also the participants as well so that we would be able to obtain vital information that they can use in their incoming immersion. We ask this in your holy name. Amen. Wait lang po ha. Atin pong ilagay ang ating kanang kamay sa ating kaliwang dibdib at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang lupang hinirang. Atin pong ilagay At this time, I would like to introduce to you our ever-supportive, hardworking, and generous school head, Dr. Rolando P. Dilidili, to deliver his opening speech. Let's give him a virtual clap. Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Morning po.
Sorry, medyo busy. Okay, good morning to all of you, to our students, to all parents who are here, to our guests, to all our teachers, especially to our coordinator, Dr. Kanubas. Good morning to all of you. So this morning, we have our orientation of our students and parents with regards to their immersion. You will notice that still they are still in grade 11, but gumagawa na tayo ng paraan para sa kanilang work immersion. So sana ay naunawaan ng ating mga mag-aaral that we are doing this for their future. Hindi para sa atin itong ating ginagawa. Ito ay para sa kanila. Gusto natin hindi magkapatong-patong ang ating mga bata sa pagkuha ng immersion sapagkat we are, I think, more than 1,000 students na kukuha ng immersion wherein kukunti naman sa ganitong panahon ang na-accommodate ng ating mga stakeholder. Kaya hinahati-hati natin at ganito man tayo na under ng pandemic ay gumagawa pa rin tayo ng paraan para ang mga bata natin ay matulungan at mabigyan natin ng magandang kinabukasan. So, we are here to help our student, our parents, kahit na sila ay nasa bahay, kahit na sila ay nasa kanilang mga trabaho, nagagawa pa rin natin ang ganitong paraan upang sila ay mabigyan natin at makapagtapos sa kanilang pag-aaral. So I hope na kung mayroon kayong mga problema, mayroong mga na-encounter na hindi inaasahan, ay sasabihin niyo sa ating mga guro. Just tell to our teachers ano nangyari, anong problema ang na-encounter para magkatulong-tulong tayo at matulungan natin ang ating mga mag-aaral upang matapos nila itong ating immersion. So this time, listen to our speaker, listen to those who will discuss everything, the things that we will be doing in our immersion. So sana naunawaan ninyo yan na kahit ganitong panahon, tayo ay hindi tumitigil para makapagbigay ng magandang edukasyon. So again, binabati ko ang ating mga guro sa pagkukondak na ganitong immersion at sana ang ating mga mag-aaral, mga magulang, mga guro ay laging ligtas sa sakit na ating kinakaharap ngayon. Pilitin natin umiwas kahit na tayo ay diretso ang ating trabaho, diretso ang ating pag-aaral, umiwas tayo hanggat makakaiwas sa sakit na yan. So muli, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Thank you for that wonderful notes, Dr. Dilidili. So we learn hindi tayo titigil para mapaganda ang ating edukasyon para sa ating mga students. Salamat po, sir.
You're welcome.
And to give us the introduction to the inspirational speakers, may we call on Ms. Gretchen D. Aguirre, the technical drafting immersion teacher and trainer, to introduce to us the inspirational speakers. Good morning, Ma'am Gretchen.
Good morning po. Okay, good day everyone. I would like to bid you a warm welcome for today's event, SHS students, parents, work immersion, general orientation. I am delighted that each one of you took time to be here with us. To drive us to contribute and furnish more uplifting and fruitful words will be presented from these honored people that joined us today. Let us all welcome Dr. Harvey Sharma, IARI Secretary General and Director from International Partner, and Dr. Luther G. Maniano, CEO of Greenfield Aquaculture and Hydroponics, Secap Swada International Commissioner. A virtual applause, please.
Yeah. Good morning, Dr. Luther. Dr. Hardev from India is not yet around with us, so we will be having your message now, sir. Thank you.
To our active and dynamic SICAP SWADA founder and president, Restituto Ipiris Jr., resourceful vice president Hector Ventura, and our supportive international commissioners, Dr. Clemencia Canubas, Sir Johnson Badao, Sir Hernani Gonzalez, Board of Trustees and co-officers, parents, teachers, students from different schools, committee members, trainers, Dr. Rolando Dilidili, our principal, mentors, trainees, industry partners, participants, visitors, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to convey my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the organizers, industry partners, and all participants of this orientation on virtual work immersion. As we face many challenges in our lives, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, environmental, health, financial, and other problems, like the absence of traditional classroom socialization, the lack of gadgets, and interaction with instructors, offline and slow internet connectivity that will cause diversion of our students from its course are some of the hindrances that we had commonly experienced. But due to your undying support to this program, the said obstacles were turned into a ladder of success. In spite all the odds, we pursue and continually educate our students by using technologies that includes multimedia and applications that are used in teaching and learning processes, which involves skill and competence to carry out this activity is more challenging than ever before. Let me share with you the three most important things that I have used as a weapon to conquer my fear, which led to triumphant victory, such as education, character, and goal. E, C, and G. According to our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, ang edukasyon ay siyang lupa at ang kalayaan ay siyang araw ng sangkatauhan. Kung walang edukasyon at walang kalayaan, walang pagbabagong maisagawa. Walang hakbang na makapagdudulot ng bungang ninanais. Indeed, it is through education that make our aspirations and dreams into reality. Surely, there will be no better reforms and liberty, nor excellent result apart from education. Secondly, is the character. It is the way people react to situations, your reaction to things, whether it be by actions, words, or thoughts. Character truly defines who you are. According to American President and great emancipator, His Excellency Abraham Lincoln, that character is like a tree and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is, and the tree is the real thing. As we walk on the journey in life, we need to equip ourselves with good character like faith, perseverance, and determination. Though it is tested by fire and confronted with difficulties or hardships, but it glitters like a genuine gold and diamonds instead of fading. Lastly is our goal. We always remember that in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity, as stated by Albert Einstein, the greatest theoretical physicist of all time. If we envision to have financial stability, proper mindset and balance, service and social responsibility, career and personal satisfaction, commitment and improved physical health, and family harmony, while in the midst of trials, we need to instill in our minds that goals will be achieved through education and good character. Thank you and Godspeed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Luther Meniano. So, if we will recall yung pong kanyang mga sinabi, the ECG, the education, the character, and the goal. For the education, sabi po niya, education makes our aspiration turn into reality. That's very good. That's very true. And the character truly defines who you are, but it has to be a good character. And of course, the goal, if you have the proper mindset and the commitment, your goals will be achieved even if we experience a lot of challenges in the trial. Thank you again, Dr. Luther Meniano. We are very inspired.
Welcome and God bless.
And now to discuss with us the TNTS Senior High School Work Immersion Overview on Face-to-Face and Virtual Process Flow. Let's have a virtual clap to Dr. Crescencia T. Canubas, the Immersion Coordinator and the Subject Head. Good morning, Dr. Cres.
Yeah, good morning, Ma'am Jen.
Yes,
Okay, ako na
ma'am.
pala.
Opo.
Okay, you wait po. Okay,
It's
I'll be
okay.
sharing my screen.
Again, thank you, Dr. Luther Meniane, for your time. We really appreciate it po.
Yes, you're welcome and God bless.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, we will be sending the certificate to you after the event. And we understand you are going to another, what do you call this? An interview for today.
Appointment.
And we really appreciate you being with us today, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, and
Again,
for
welcome and God bless.
yes, sir. I'd also like to expound further about Dr. Luder before I proceed with my talk for today. Dr. Luder is um, actually one of the senatoriable in the previous election. He was a candidate number 48. And he is also the president of Maharlika People's Party for this coming election. Okay? Thank you, sir, once again. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your message
Welcome.
with us.
God bless us all.
Okay, while Ma'am Chris is preparing for her presentation, remind ko lang po, yung ating attendance link ay nasa chat box na, so you can access this. So, ayan po, na-post na po ni Ma'am Annabel De Leon for your attendance. Again, thank you.
Okay, ang dami kasing ano ma, medyo distracted ako dito sa ating ano, because a lot of students are and parents I think are joining in. So
Ayan
please
po.
advise them to just join the live stream links. Yes, please.
Yes, yes, po. Actually, kung hindi na po kayo maka-join sa iba po na hindi na maka-join dito sa ating Google Meet, as I've said earlier, meron po tayong live stream sa Facebook and YouTube na isinend na po namin sa aming group chat, sa aming mga respective classes. So, pwede naman kayo doon na manood and mas same lang din naman po. What we present here ay makikita nyo rin po doon. All right, thank you.
Okay, I hope I'm sharing my screen now, Ma'am Jen.
Yes, ma'am. Files po siya.
Okay.
Ang nakikita namin, files po.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll stop it again.
Well, we haven't seen the presentation yet, ma'am.
Good morning po.
Yes, Renel. Good morning. Again, marami po ako nakikita dito na parents na nag-join din po. Salamat po sa inyong time. I hope marami po kayong makuha na information regarding sa adjustments sa ating immersion program and the new normal. And very glad po kami dahil matutulungan niyo po ang ating mga anak. Alright. Ayan, ma'am, nakikita na namin. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ay, bumalik po sa black screen.
Oh. Is it still black, ma'am?
Ayan. Okay na po, ma'am. Kita na namin.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, once again, good morning everyone. Today po, nandito tayo sa ating general orientation for our senior high school work immersion. Actually, this is already for school year 2021-2022. Okay? The reason why nagpatawag po kami ng orientation or meeting with our parents, most especially, is that for us to understand kung ano po yung ating participation dito sa ating program na ito sa ating school. Hindi lang po siya simpleng programa. It is the most important or tinatawag nilang key feature of the senior high school curriculum. So, isa po siyang mahalagang subject ng senior high school for grade 12. At nabanggit na kanina ng ating butihing principal kung ano po yung reason kung bakit maaga po tayong nag-i-implement ng ating senior high school work immersion. It is because of the limited number of industries na mag-a-accommodate sa atin lalo na ngayon sa new normal. Okay? So we will be deploying our students by batch. At napakahalaga po na maunawaan po natin bilang mga magulang kung ano din yung ating mga dapat gawin para po masuportahan natin ang ating mga mag-aaral, ang ating mga anak sa senior high school work immersion. Okay, I'll proceed. So i-discuss po natin partly also yung ating face-to-face work immersion, kung ano po yung kaibahan nila. Okay? Kasi sa ating face-to-face work immersion, we actually have 12 process or 12 step-by-step process, but in the virtual work immersion, shortened po siya. Naging 7 step-by-step process na lang po siya. Okay? Okay. Mag-share lang po kami ng kaunting background ng ating Tanza National Trade School Work Immersion Achievements. Kasi for everybody's information, because of the implementation of the senior high school work immersion we have at Tanza National Trade School, we had actually received several achievements or international recognitions. Okay? And these are the following. Ayan. Okay po. Nag-conduct po kasi tayo ng researchers pertaining to the work immersion. Okay? And ito po yung una, preparedness of the Tanza National Trade School senior high school students on work immersion, input to the manual for senior high school work immersion. Ito po ay inilaban po natin sa London year last September 26 to 27, 2018. And it was awarded with the IARIS Excellent Paper Award for Best Presentation and Best Content. Ibig sabihin, napakaganda po ng ating ipinatutupad na program ng work immersion sa ating paaralan among our learners or students. Okay? And then, ayan po, some of the pictures we have for the event. Actually po, isa po sa ating guest speaker, invited guest speaker today, and he actually had nag-confirm po siya. I just don't know if hindi na rin po siya makapasok because of the full capacity we have now here at the Google Meet, but he had confirmed yesterday, last night, and even this morning. Okay, but anytime he will be able to join in, we will have him for his message. Okay, so that's Dr. Hardev, the Secretary General and the Director of IARIS. Okay, and you can also see in this picture our previous governor of our province, and with me, of course, our school principal for the what do you call this, courtesy call and meeting with him for receiving the award. Okay? Actually, meron kaming meron kaming reward dyan ng ating school principal, and it's a cash. Diba? Okay. So next, the next research paper that was conducted for the Tanza National Trade School Senior High School Work Immersion is about the status of work immersion program in selected senior high schools in Cavite, which is a basis for the development plan. Actually po, may kasama tayong school dito that had been conducted. It was the Amore Academy in Trece Martires City, because that time this research paper or study was conducted, dadalawa pa lang po yung nag-i-implement ng senior high school work immersion. Okay, and they were also able to implement the senior high school work immersion early because they were one of those schools who had done benchmarking in our school. So based doon sa ating shinare during the benchmarking, they started with it, and uh, they had also implemented their work immersion early. And that's the reason why they were able to be one of the respondents in this study. Okay. And this paper was also presented in New York, USA last November 9 to 10, 2019. And again, it was awarded with the IARIS Excellent Paper Award for Best Presentation and Best Content. Okay. Ayan po yung ating mga pictures. We have with us, of course, our school principal, the director of IARIS, Dr. Hardev, and then um, our public schools district supervisor, Dr. Jovi P. Legaspi, and some of the participants we have from the different states of the United States, and also other countries. Okay? Meron din tayo dyan participants from, I think, Dr. Alemi is from Germany. Okay? And, ayun po, yung ating picture. And we also have with me a fellow senior high school teacher, master teacher. Okay? And the third paper that was presented in the international fora is the Industry Partners Assessment on the Senior High School Students Immersion Program in Tanzan National Trade School, basis for the Work Immersion Program Best Practices Benchmarking Seminar Workshop for Public and Private Secondary Schools Plan. Actually, ito pong ating plan na ito goes on and is being implemented to this day because just very recently we had our 12th benchmarking event that was conducted for the division of Cavite Province, participated by all the senior high schools in our division, and also other private schools in other DepEd division. Okay? Okay, next. So, the following international press releases by the Toronto. Ibig sabihin po, because of the, what's it? Okay, so this paper was actually presented at in Canada, in Hilton Hotel in Toronto, Canada. And after the event, so it was again awarded with the Excellent Paper Award for Best Presentation and Best Content. And it was at the IARIS 145th International Conference. Okay, and after that event, we were graced for a meeting at the Toronto PhilConGen, or the Philippine Consulate General. So we had a meeting there for with the Consulate General, and we were actually featured at the PhilConGen Toronto website, and also at the DFA, or Department of Foreign Affairs, here in our country. Okay, and this press release can be viewed in both. Okay, ayan po yung ating Philippine Consulate General. With us, Consul Ma'am Edna May, Gracia Lazaro, and Deputy Consul General Bernadette Therese Fernandez. Ayan po, nakakita niyo po dyan yung ating mga kasama. The Philippine Research Team, of course, our school principal, Dr. Rolando Dili, and we also have in the picture Dr. Joey P. Legaspi, our public schools district supervisor, and our SGAD chief, or the SGAD chief, Dr. Diana Topacio, and of course the two consuls of the PhilCongen, and two fellow teachers at Tansa National Trade School, and of course with our CID chief, Dr. Elpidia Bergado. And again, to the right, our school principal. Okay? Ayan po. Ayan po yung makikita nyong article or feature sa PhilCongen, Toronto, Canada. And as a result of the international recognition of Tanza National Trade School Senior High School Work Immersion Program, uh, excellence at IARIS in different places of the world, a world-class international collaborative project has emerged. Am I still heard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Kasi nangangawit na yung kamay ko. Okay. So, dahil po sa ating international recognitions in different places of the world, nagkaroon po tayo ng collaborative event dito sa Pilipinas. So, we had the IARIS 166th International Conference, Philippines. It was conducted last June 26 to 28, 2020, but it was done virtually. Although originally it was scheduled in Tagaytay, and because of the pandemic, we opted to have it virtually. At natuloy din po siya. Okay, and it was with DepEd Advisory numbers 201 series of 2019 and 003 series of 2020. Okay, we also had an international collaboration in San Francisco, California, USA, supposed to be last May 7 to 8, 2020. But because of the pandemic, it did not happen, but it is still of standing schedule. So anytime the travel restrictions eases up, we will proceed with the international collaborative event. Okay, and of course, through a memorandum agreement that has been established between the International Academic Association of Researchers in Humanities, IT, Engineering and Science, or the IARIS, and Philippine Research Innovation Management and Education Systems, Prime Incorporated, and it was actually through the MOA, between Prime and the IARIS, na nagkaroon po tayo ng collaborative events, international collaborative events. Okay? So, ganun po ka-world class ang ating senior high school work immersion sa Tansa National Trade School. And right now, we have 110 sealed senior high school work immersion partnership with MOU, or Memorandum of Understanding, and MOA, or Memorandum of Agreement, with the private sector, local government units, local government agencies, and cooperatives, including SECAP SWADA. Yun pong speaker natin kanina is an international commissioner at SECAP SWADA, si Dr. Luther. Okay? And then, the Tansa National Trade School Senior High School Work Immersion Group continues, of course, to innovate and apply localized measures in accordance with the prescribed DepEd guidelines on senior high school work immersion, implementing work immersion deployment during summer, semester, and Christmas break, avoiding conflicts with other senior high school subjects during regular school days. Yun po yung reason kung bakit maaga po tayong nag-i-implement ng ating senior high school work immersion, at hindi na natin inaantay na mag-start ang ating school year for your grade 12, since you are still in grade 11 for this school year. Okay? And I would like to share on this, of course, this is actually our inspiration, sharing our what do you call this, best practices here at Tansa National Trade School to other schools, and even to schools in the international community, because in our virtual deployment, for this school year, some of the students from India had joined. Oh, kasama natin actually. Ayan, si Nigel is with us, and also, yeah, Nigel is with us, and he is our live streamer, at nakasama niya actually yung ating mga students from India. Uh, in one of the trainings we had with Sekap Swada for the STEM students. That was actually for the STEM students. Okay, so program excellence achieved is sustained through generous sharing of expertise, and that's the reason why we are sharing what we have here at Tansa National Trade School to other schools and even in the international community. Okay, so I'll just be sharing to you the DepEd orders uh, released for our guidelines for the Tanza for the implementation of our senior high school work immersion. Pwede rin pong i-browse ng ating mga parents the DepEd order number 40 series of 2015. Okay? And then the DepEd Order number 30 series of 2017. Pwede po natin ma-access yan sa internet. Nandyan po lahat yan. We cannot just discuss them thoroughly in here kasi maubos po yung oras natin. Kahit buong maghapon po tayo, hindi po natin tatakil lahat ito. Okay? And then we also have the DepEd Order number 39 series of 2018. And then the DepEd memo number 287 series of 2020. And this is actually the latest, and it is where our online or virtual work immersion is patterned, or we are guided actually with this latest memo. Okay? And then another, the DepEd memo number 005 series of 2021. Yan po, may konting amendments po dyan. Okay? For a while lang po ha. Ano ko lang yung electric fan. So hot. Wait lang.
Okay, so habang si Ma'am Crespo ay mayroon lang pong aayusin, remind ko lang ho sa ating parents and students, if you have question, mayroon po kayong mga katanungan or paglilinaw, maaari nyo po yung i-chat or isulat sa ating chat box. Mamaya po ay i-accommodate natin yan at sasagutin po natin. Welcome back, Ma'am Cres.
Yeah, thank you, Ma'am Jen. I'm sorry for that. Ang init po kasi. Okay po. Okay, going back, ma'am. Ang dami po talagang nag-join na parents. Baka lalo silang walang maintindihan if they try to join in. Pa-advise na lang po sa ating mga students who are here with us, anak. Pwede bang paki-chat sa inyong mga GCs, our parents and our other students to join through the YouTube and the Facebook link, live stream. Okay? Para mas maintindihan po nila. Kasi kahit anong gawin natin na mag-join sila dito, hindi na po natin ma-accommodate because of the capacity we have at Google Meet. Okay po? Pasuyo na lang mga anak sa ating mga learners. Okay? Okay, and to proceed with, ayan, ito po yung ating Tansa National Trade School, Senior High School, face-to-face work immersion process flow. So ito po yung ginagawa natin noon pong face-to-face pa po tayo. And the reason why, ano ba tawag nito, ino-orient po namin sa inyo ito is para ma-compare po natin. But actually po, as I had read readings about an article, and it was actually a guideline or an advisory from the CHED. Hindi pa naman siya galing sa DepEd. But ang sabi po ng CHED kasi, we will never be going back to the previous normal. So, meaning to say, kung ano na po yung in-implement about the virtual education, about the blended learning we have, it will continue. Ano na po ito? Ibig sabihin, kahit babalik po sa normal yung ating situation, we will still be using the virtual or the virtual platforms that had already been established. Kasi ang sabi ng CHED director or the head, sayang naman din yung actual investments that had been provided for the online platform. Okay? At maganda rin naman po na ano po, kumbaga, we go with the change. Okay? Okay. So, ang first process po doon sa ating face-to-face is the general orientation of parents. So, we also have it here at the virtual, okay, work immersion. And then, the second is the general orientation of students. But right now, ang ginagawa po natin ay sabay na yung ating general orientation ng parents and students. And then the third, we also implement the in-house or mock industry interview. This is actually to prepare students for their interview schedule with the industries. Kasi meron po tayong mga industries with the selection process. Nag-i-implement din po sila ng selection process. So, they interview students at kung sino po ang mag-qualify sa kanilang interview, sila po yung matatanggap for the training. So, meron po tayong mga industries doing that. Okay? And then, number 4 is conducting career orientation of students per specific track or strand with localized training program or module. So, ito po, ino-orient po ulit natin yung ating mga students based on the developed module sa ating mga industries. So, prior to their deployment, ino-orient po natin sila ulit na ito yung mga gagawin ninyo, ito yung napag-usapan sa industry, na ibibigay na assignment sa inyo during your deployment. Okay? So, number 5 is the paying of insurance premium. So, ito po yung sa ating face-to-face, ha? And then, number 6, we have the medical examination. So, meron tayong medical examination and the paying of insurance sa ating face-to-face. And we also conducted survey kung sino po yung ating mga magulang and students who would like to avail of the insurance or the medical examination. So that's the reason why we are having this consultation for us to come up or agree with these concerns. Kung mamaya po sa ating Q&A, if but actually in the survey, majority of our parents and students would want for the medical examination and the insurance actually, and we will discuss on that. We will agree on that later, okay? And then number 7, the completion of requirements. Yan po, makikita po natin dyan yung ating mga list of requirements. And then number 8, the industry or institutional interview with proper endorsement. Of course, kapag ma-deploy na po or magkaroon na po ng schedule for the industry interview, may kasama pa rin pong endorsement po yun. And usually, we bring the students to the industries for their interview. Sa face-to-face po yun. Okay? And then number 9, deployment for work immersion with folder of complete requirements, and proper endorsement. Actually, meron din po tayo sa ating virtual or online nitong process na ito. Okay? And then number 10, accomplishment of daily narratives. Ayan po. And then number 11, industry or institutional evaluation. Ayan po. Ang ating industry, partner industries ay i-evaluate kayo. Bibigyan kayo ng grade, yung ating mga senior high school student trainees, and it is equivalent to 70% out of the 100% grade of your work immersion. So manggagaling ang 70% ng grade ninyo sa work immersion from the industry. So ganun po kalaki ang weight ng ating distribution ng ating grade sa work immersion coming from the industry. Okay? And also, we provide our industry partners with the standard or our localized work immersion evaluation sheet. Okay po? At actually, dinidiscuss po natin ito at i-discuss po ito later ng ating mga work immersion specialization teachers. Okay? And then number 12, we have the presentation of work immersion portfolio narrative reports. This is for feedbacking or assessment also. Okay? So, kanina nakita nyo po yung 70% will come from the industry, and then the narrative presentation will be 15%. So, after the work immersion po, the deployment of work immersion, students will be presenting their narrative report to panel. So, dun po sila mabibigyan ng 15%. Okay? And there will be criteria for their presentation. Okay po? Actually, ano po yon? Another 15% is allotted for the narrative report. At ang magbibigay po ng grade sa ating narrative report, of course, meron din po siyang criteria, will be our work immersion specialization teachers who are also our narrative report teachers. Okay po? And then, gusto lang po namin i-share na ang ating virtual work immersion was actually initiated dahil po sa result ng ating isang research ulit na kinandak natin sa ating work immersion, senior high school work immersion sa Tansan National Trade School. And it is entitled Extent of Industry Partner Support on the Tanzan National Trade School proposed senior high school work immersion from home program modifies work immersion program in the new normal. Yun po yung title niya. And of course, with me as co-authors are our senior high school work immersion specialization teachers, Ma'am Gretchen Aguirre, Ma'am Jennifer Laag, Ma'am Editha Barrena, Ma'am Annabel De Leon, Ma'am Alma Grancioso, Ma'am Divina Nang, Ma'am Connie Pehi, Sir Jelvis Pereira, Ma'am Jesusa Cristina Profeta, Sir Jonathan Profeta, Sir Narvin Santiaguel, Sir Marlo Tanggalin, and Sir Mark Lindon Velasco. Okay? And to share with you, eto na po. I hope it is sharing. Nag-share po ba siya, Ma'am Jen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, salamat po. Oh my. Allow me to get there. Ayan. Okay, ito na po. Ito na po yung ating modified step-by-step process for the virtual industry work immersion or online. Kasi hindi pa rin po nga tayo pinapayagan ng DepEd for the face-to-face deployment. Okay? So number one, ayan po, meron po tayong pre-deployment orientation at ito po yung ating ginagawa ngayon with parents and students. And then the students will be given an assessment on preparedness. Okay? So meron po kaming isesend na link for the students to answer a questionnaire about their preparedness on the senior high school work immersion online, senior high school work immersion or the senior high school work immersion from home. Yun po yung tawag natin. Okay? And then, the number 3 process you see in here is the submission of requirements. So, meron po tayong iba't ibang requirements na mamaya po ay i-discuss po sa atin ng naka-assign po nating specialization teacher. And then, the next process will be the deployment. Ayun na po. And we will be starting deployment right after your fourth grading, fourth quarter examination. So, it may be a day or the week after, we will be announcing the schedule po. Okay? And then the fifth process is drafting narrative report. And this is actually done during your 10-day work immersion. So dapat while attending your work immersion, you should be religiously doing your narrative report para hindi kayo mahirapan na pagdating ng inyong last day after your 10-day work immersion, doon pa lang kayo mag-uumpisa ng inyong pagsusulat ng inyong narrative report. Anyway, the draft will be provided to you at meron pa rin tayong pre-deployment orientation ulit kasi iisa-isahin po natin sa ating mga students kung ano po yung dapat ninyong gawin kasi kung gagawin natin ngayon or might as well pwede na rin nating i-discuss later, i-expound na lang po natin later sa ating mga specialization teachers. Meron tayong what do you call this, template for all of these reports na i-accomplish na lang po natin online. Okay? So, we will be providing you with the pre-deployment virtual or Google Classroom para doon nyo po kukuhanin yung ating mga templates ng requirements at saka reports that we need to accomplish for the senior high school work immersion. Okay? And then, the number 6 process would be the evaluation or of course, meron din kayong evaluation na gagawin. We provide you with the online evaluation questionnaire and then students will be evaluating the trainings they had done. And this is done actually on a daily basis. Okay? So, merong attendance and then the evaluation for the daily training. Ang ating industry naman, ang evaluation niya sa inyo is done after the 10 days training. Okay? So, both ini-evaluate natin ang isa't isa. Okay? The students evaluate the training provided by the industry and the industry evaluate the students on their performance as a trainee during the work immersion deployment. Okay? And then number 7 would be the narrative presentation. At eto na po yun. We will be scheduling an online narrative presentation. At kagaya po nito, kami naman po yung makikinig sa ating mga students on how they did the work immersion, what did they experience during their work immersion. So, ano po yun? You will be preparing your selves for the presentation. Okay? So, yun po yung ating what to expect for the work immersion. Okay? Okay. So, nais ko lang din pong i-share ang ating realization or self uh, made or self-inspired quotation or inspiration na actually it actually kept us going para po gumawa ng paraan para ma-survive at magkaroon pa rin ng work immersion ng ating mga senior high school students amidst the pandemic kasi wala po talagang based on DepEd guidelines, hindi po talaga pwede ang face-to-face. So, kagaya po ng binanggit ng ating butihing principal kanina, the other schools are still having problems on how to implement the senior high school work immersion, but Tanza National Trade School had gone away ahead kasi ano po, umisik talaga tayo ng paraan kasama ang ating specialization teachers on how to uh, implement this work immersion kahit sa virtual na paraan. And based on the sharings or the narrative presentation or the feedbacking we had with the first batch, actually, the previous was the first batch of senior high school trainees for the work immersion. And majority of them were really happy and madami po silang natutunan actually sa ating online work immersion uh, in terms of their specialization related skills. Marami po silang natutunan. And that is based on their narrative presentation. Okay? So yun din po kasi ang kahalagahan ng ating narrative presentation. We would like to listen to the feedbacks from the students on how they had the work immersion because it is in that phase or it is in that stage that we learn on how the students felt about the work immersion. Okay. And then of course, I'd like to share to you an inspiration we had with Ma'am Bell during the very first um, student training program development. We had at the first industry partner na nag-accommodate sa atin for the face-to-face module development. It was at, what do you call this? It was at CS Garment in EPSA. Okay? And it says here kasi yung at aming working station that was provided to us was near their altar. So ano po, pagbukas po, ano po talaga makikita mo doon, ang nakabukas doon sa kanilang Bible is this verse. Ang sabi po sa Sirach 1 verse 1, all wisdom comes from the Lord and it is His own forever. Na napakaganda pong actually katotohanan sa ating lahat na anumang karunungan meron tayo ay sa Panginoon lahat yan. Okay? And for our everyday living and with this implementation of the senior high school work immersion, it is all wisdom coming from our Almighty God. And of course, we should always bring back to Him all the glory and honor for this, for providing us with this. And lalo sa ating mga students, di ba? Sa ating nangyayaring situation ngayon, napakataas actually ng stress level ng bawat tao. So, we can feel everyone at nararamdaman po namin kayo at alam din namin na nararamdaman nyo din po kami. Kasi when it comes to gadget, minsan yan po yung problem natin. How can we be able to join the online work immersion kung wala tayong maayos na gadget? But we are doing our best, our very best na mai-provide pa rin po sa lahat ng ating students using all the other available social media and online platform. So we have the GC. So ang ating work immersion po is done synchronously and asynchronously. So, ibig sabihin, recorded naman po lahat yung ating mga trainings na ginagawa at ang ating mga students ay makikita po yan, ma-access po yan anytime at their convenience kung kailan available sila na magkaroon ng data or internet connection. Okay? So, sa ating mga parents po mamaya, i-discuss din po sa atin na malaki po yung ating gampanin dito sa ating online senior high school work immersion. Because on a daily basis, 2 hours lang po ang allotted and allowed by as per DepEd guidelines for our students for the online. So meaning to say, although considered siya na 1 day, um, the other hours of the day will be allotted for the students to do their um, training tasks given by the trainers, and it is done in your homes. So meaning to say, ang ating mga magulang, kayo pong mga magulang ay uh, isang mahalagang guro para po sa ating mga anak. So kayo po ang kasama ng ating mga mag-aaral, ng ating mga trainees ng mas mahabang oras para po nila magawa yung ating online work immersion. So, muli po, hinihingi po namin ang inyong suporta at ang inyong partisipasyon sa ating programang ito. So, let us guide our students at nandyan din po yung ating mga GCs that iparating nyo lang po sa amin kung ano din po yung inyong magiging, what do you call this, concerns pertaining to monitoring your children on their deployment for the work immersion. So we will make the GCs available also for parents. So sa ating mga students, sa inyong mga GCs, mga anak, ng inyong section GCs, please make it also accessible by your parents kung ano yung kanilang concerns on your work immersion, iparating nyo na lang po doon. And then, your class advisors or your class leaders, please share it to us. Okay? Para po ma-address natin ang inyong mga concerns po later on during the implementation na po ng ating work immersion. Okay? And with that, thank you so much for listening. At mamaya po, sa mga questions, we will have it at the Q&A segment of this program. Thank you very much, and good morning again to all of us, our school principal, our visitors, our parents, and students. Good day po.
Okay. Ayan. Thank you po, Dr. Cres. So again, from the 12 process, malinaw po, naging 7 na lamang. So we have the pre-deployment orientation. Ito po yung ginawa ni Ma'am Cres. Sunod po niyan yung ating assessment, preparedness assessment. So I'm just giving you the the recap. Magsasubmit ng requirements, pangatlo, pang-apat, yun na po yung deployment o yung training na 10 days. Sunod po nun, magda-draft po tayo ng narrative report. And then, i-evaluate po lahat ng output na ginawa ninyo dun sa 10 days na training. And lastly, yun pong ating narrative presentation. At gaya ng sinabi po ni Dr. Cres, kailangan lang po natin talaga ng full cooperation ng bawat isa, magmula sa magulang, sa mag-aaral. Kasi meron po kayong very hardworking and very considerate teachers and trainers, and of course the coordinator. Si ma'am po ay 24/7 online. Alam ko po iyan.
Kaya lumabo na yung mata ko, Ma'am Jen.
Opo. Kami po, lahat po kami
Yes,
ay
actually.
actually 24/7 po pagdating
Yeah.
po dito sa immersion. And kailangan po talaga namin ng inyong full cooperation and
Opo.
utmost patience. Yun lamang
Yes
po.
po. Thank you, Ma'am Jen, for being awake until 4 a.m. in the morning. Chat niyo si
Opo.
Ma'am Jen ng 4 a.m. Gising pa yan. Okay?
Naku, ayan, in-announce mo na, ma'am. Anyway,
Okay
so
po.
moving on, I'm sure excited na po ang karamihan sa atin para malaman yung iba pang proseso. But before that, ipapakita po muna namin ang bumubuo sa TNTS Senior High School Immersion Joint Working Group. And para makilala nyo na rin po yung ibang trainer and teacher na makakasama nyo during your training. So with that, may I invite Ma'am Divina Nang to present the people behind the immersion group. Good morning, Ma'am Divina. Good morning, Ma'am Nang. Are you here with us? Naku, mukhang wala po si Ma'am. So, um, on her behalf, let me present you the TNTS Senior High School Work Immersion Team. So, allow me to present my screen. Okay, for a while po, merong konting delay lang. Okay. So again, this is the TNTS Senior High School Immersion Group headed by our dear Principal Dr. Rolando P. Dili-Dili, followed by the Immersion Coordinator or the Subject Head, Dr. Crescencia T. Canubas. So these are the following immersion teacher on the respective subject. We have Ma'am Gretchen D. Aguirre, the immersion teacher for technical drafting, the immersion teacher in ABM and trainer, Miss Edita Barrena, immersion teacher in tailoring and also a trainer, Ma'am Annabel R. De Leon. We also have Mary Rose L. Ogaw-Ogaw, the immersion teacher in hairdressing and also a trainer. We also have Ma'am Amelia Arcangel, the immersion teacher for mechatronics. Yours truly, Miss Jennifer M. Laag, the immersion teacher in computer system servicing. We also have Ma'am Julie Anti Perido, the immersion teacher in food and beverage services. Ma'am Jesusa Cristina L. Profeta, the immersion teacher in bread and pastry production. We also have Ma'am Divina Pinang, the immersion teacher in cookery and also a trainer. We have Ma'am Alma Grancioso, the immersion teacher in STEM. We have Mr. Marlo M. Tangalin, the immersion teacher in Humes and also a trainer. We have Mr. Narvin E. Santiaguel, the immersion teacher for mechatronics and also a teacher, rather trainer. For the computer programming, we have Mr. Edison A. Ferranil. For the shielded metal arc and welding, we have Mr. Mark Lyndon E. Velasco. For the EIM, we have Mr. Jonathan P. Profeta. And for the automotive, we have Mr. Jelvis V. Pereya. Also an immersion trainer, we have Ms. SP Joy V. De Guzman, Mr. Gerald M. Dasacula, Ms. Mary Joy P. Pagtakhan, Mr. Albert O. Montino, Ms. Connie G. Pehi, and Mr. John Lexter L. Emperador. Okay, so sila po yung bumubuo sa ating immersion group and most likely sila rin po ang makakasama ninyo during your 10 days training.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Jen. And now to discuss the 10-day training program conducted at Prime Incorporated for the students of UMS, ABM, and ICT Comprog, let's welcome Ms. Annabel R. De Leon, a tailoring immersion teacher and also a trainer. Hello, Ma'am Belle.
Hello po, good morning.
Good morning,
Naririnig
Ma'am
po ako?
Belle. Yes, ma'am, loud and clear.
Okay. So thanks then for sharing your screen. So good morning to everyone, to our dear principal, to all the parents who are here for the orientation. Thank you for joining this Google Meet today. For all the students and all my colleagues in the senior high school work immersion. So good morning everyone. So let me just discuss with you the 10-day training program, and we have the screen for ABM, for ABM, other STEM students and UMS who will be under the the training of the prime. Pwede po nating i-share ang screen, ma'am. Hello? Kanino pong screen? Yan. Okay po. Thanks, Ma'am Jen. So, the PRIME, which is PHRIME, this is an acronym of the Philippine Research, Innovation, Management, and Education Systems, INC. It advocates the promotion of research and innovation in diverse disciplines, both in the academe, basic and higher education, and industries. So this is one of our work immersion partners for the virtual work immersion since from 2020 to 21, and then for another year if the face-to-face work immersion will not be possible. Okay, so next. Okay, so for the day one, so there will be 10 days activities. Okay, and this 10-day activity will be attended for the first day by the available prime INC officers, by the TNTS school principal, then the work immersion coordinator head, which who is Dr. Canubas, immersion teachers who are required or assigned to be in the prime training, the industry trainer, and the YUM students and trainees. So they are the attendees for this 10-day training. Okay, but there are particular days only which these officials will be present, especially on the first day. They have to be present because this will be the orientation. Okay, so the day one will be for the general orientation, wherein the leveling of expectations will be discussed and the history of the company, the mission and vision, objectives and rules. And also, there will be topics. The first topic will be discussed by Jennifer M. Laag, one of the technical working group officers of Prime, wherein she will discuss about the event materials preparation. Okay? And then in the afternoon, right after each session, the students are expected to take their home task and draft their work immersion portfolio, which will be discussed also on the first day. Okay? Then also the major requirement for them, which is the narrative report, will also be discussed by Ma'am Canubas comprehensively for them to comply day by day, so that there will be no, they will have a smooth working on their requirements before the 10-day training ends. Okay, for the day two, let me just remind also that the session will last for from 10 to 12 noon. Okay, so this is only 2 hours, 2 hours, no? And then the rest of the day will be offline activities by the students. This is equivalent to an 8 hours activity or session, but not necessarily they will attend 8 hours for each day. They will attend 2 hours in the morning for the virtual work immersion. All the discussions will be made in the morning, and in the afternoon, they will be working on their portfolios. Okay, so that is the day day 2. Ay, sorry ma'am, pakibalik po sa day 2. Okay, so for the day 2, there will be a discussion about the organizational structure and duties and responsibilities of the officers and members of the prime. Again, this will be discussed by Miss Jennifer Laag of the Prime INC. On the third day, lesson topics will be SEC registration, the BIR registration, authority to print, and BIR processing to be discussed by Ma'am Mary Joy Pagtakhan. On the fourth day, there will be a discussion on the event preparation, which will be discussed by Sir Gerald Morbella de Sacola, which includes meeting of officers, event program development, event committee development, and event costing, and promotional activities also. On the day 5 or on the fifth day, next slide, ma'am. Okay, another topic will be discussed by Ma'am Joy V. De Guzman, which is about securing DepEd advisory and securing CHED endorsement. On the sixth day, there will be a discussion about the development of promotional materials, which will be discussed by Sir Albert O. Montino, one of the technical working group officers of Prime. This is about the logo, outlining, designing, or based on BIR standards, communication letters, online posters, banners, etc. Okay, so on the seventh day is for the publishing and dissemination of promotional materials. This will be discussed by Ma'am Gretchen Aguirre, one of the TBL trainers under the Prime INC. This is about the communication letters, online posters, and banners. On the day, on day 8, it will be facilitated by Sir Marlo Tangalin. And this will be about day 8 po muna tayo, ma'am. Day 8, this is about the confirmation of event speakers, committee, session chair, facilitators, panelists, and participants. And for the ninth day, this will be the wrapping up, which will be facilitated by Dr. Crescencia Tarinay Canubas. The feedbacking will be focused on the submission of output for the previous 8 days training. So there will be 8 days full pack training, actually 7 only, no? From day 2 to day 8, those are the most full pack training, no, days that the students should have to attend. Kasi yun yung pinakamahalaga na may mga output for the day. I think from the day 1, may output na, no? So the student must be present or must be watching the recording. Hindi kundi sila makaka-attend ng uh, live, no, on the Google Meet. They can watch the video later for them to catch up of the day's activity. So on the last day, on the ninth day, there will be a feedbacking or sharing of the 8 days training and preparation for the work immersion concluding activity. And of course, on the last day, which is day 10, this will be the graduation ceremony for the trainees. Okay? So while they are still working on their requirements, and of course they are expected to finish their requirements on the 10th day, uh, kung hindi man po tapos yun, on the 10th day, there will be an ongoing activities, right? Even after the graduation. But as much as possible, the guardians are expected to monitor their um, children, no, who are having this training to be, ang tawag dito, yung prompt in making their accomplishments daily. Okay? Pakitulungan po yung mga bata for them to have their 10-day training successfully. To attend their 10-day training successfully. And on the graduation day, there will be a program for them and awarding of their certificates. Okay? And this will be attended by the prime officers. So last time, marami kaming mga bisita on the graduation. We have the division the Division of Cavite Representatives, no? So napakahalaga ng okasyon na yon, kaya this is really a one of a kind event that this training will be attended by the students virtually. So talagang kakaiba yung magiging feeling nyo, of course, kasi hindi nyo akalain that you have attended at 10-day training virtually. Possible pala. Okay? So these are all the activities to be undertaken for by the Prime INC, okay, for the Work Immersion from Home program for ACAD, UMS, and TVL CSS students. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Bell. Again, please save all your questions for the upcoming forum. At para magbahagi ng kanilang karanasan tungkol sa work immersion experiences, let's call in Erica Barcena from ABM. Hi, Erica.
Ayan, ma'am. Hello po, ma'am.
Hello.
Ayan. So, I am Erica Barcena po from ABMA, Itold ABMA, and I'm gonna share some of my experiences in the virtual immersion from home program. So, in the first, so sa umpisa po, nahirapan po kami sa setup na ganito kasi medyo bago po siya sa amin. Although, this kind of setup will teach you to learn how to embrace changes. So, kahit na medyo limited po yung time kasi naging 10 days na lang po siya and 80 hours na lang po siya. Although limited po siya, marami kayong matututunan, especially in your specialization. Sa ABM, marami kaming about some current accounting equations, the basic accounting equations, the preparation of event management, event preparation, the registration in Security and Exchange Commission, process and registration. Sa, and we are also given some tips on how to use those technologies around you, the programs, the apps, on how to use Excel in creating score sheets, how to use um, the Microsoft Publishers, PowerPoint na nasa paligid yung mga apps na yan para gumawa ng mga promotional materials na although it is not in your specialization kung hindi man kayo ABM. Pero magiging essential pa rin siya sa inyo kasi magagamit nyo pa rin siya lalo na ngayon na this type of learning and possible na ituloy na to, hindi na siya tanggalin. So, although medyo mahirap, adjust lang. So, and matuturuan din kayo dyan about developing of website. Although hindi nyo nga siya specialization kung hindi man kayo comprog, pero maganda siyang foundation tong work immersion from home program because in your future studies, magagamit nyo pa rin siya, especially in college na in college, hindi college yung mag-a-adjust sa inyo. Kayo ang mag-a-adjust sa college and many colleges really adapt on online or virtual classes na hindi sila nagbibigay ng modular. So, magandang foundation ng learning ito. And above all, yung pinaka matututunan nyo in a work immersion is that you will know how um, to learn embrace changes. Meron ngang sabi na the 21st, the illiterate of the 21st century are not those who doesn't know how to read and write, but those who doesn't know how to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So, anong ibig sabihin ng learn, unlearn, and relearn? Those are the ang ibig sabihin lang nun is matuto tayong matuto, mag-collect, mag-learn ng mga information, knowledges, and unlearn. Dapat marunong tayo mag-let go ng mga natutunan natin sa past. Kung past yun, hindi yun, hindi yun dadalhin mo siya of course in the future, but then, nagbabago kasi yung ating world, ang daming changes, ang daming um, pagbabago na nangyayari. So we have to unlearn in order to relearn. Kasi kung mag stick ka lang dun sa dati mong natutunan, hindi ka makakasabay. That's what we will learn in this work immersion from her. Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Erica. Nakaka-touch naman ang iyong sinabi. So, Erica, thank you for sharing your thoughts, feelings, and your great experience during your training. Ang sunod na magbabahagi ay si Nigel Barsamina mula sa Computer Programming. Hello, Nigel. Hello, Nigel. Andiyan ka na? Hello. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning po ulit sa lahat. Gusto ko lang po sabihin para sa immersion na to na gusto kong sabihin sa lahat na hindi madali po yung naging experience namin. Pero kakayanin naman po. Lalo na po para dun sa mga modular yung modality kasi yun nga po kaya sila nag-modular kasi in-expect nila na wala silang internet connection or wala silang mga devices or technology para ma-access yung mga ganito. Pero sa tulong po ng bawat isa, kaya naman po. Lalo na po yung mga teachers saka yung mga trainers na sobrang considerate po sa mga estudyante, like nagbibigay po sila ng mga extension sa deadline, saka yung ginawa po na ila-live stream tong mga ganitong klaseng event para sa free time po nila, pwede pa rin po nila ma-access itong ganito at makasabay po sila din sa mga klaseng mag-immersion. Gaya nga po nung sa experience namin, yung sa section namin kasi medyo na-late po kami dun sa immersion. So, halfway po na po sila na natapos. Pero, kinaya naman po kasi meron pong GC na ginawa dun sa buong batch namin. Tapos, sinasabi po doon kung ano yung mga dapat namin gawin. Kaya, nakasabay po kami. Sa 10-day na immersion po, bali ang nangyayari. So, araw-araw, gaya nga po nung in-explain kanina, iba-iba yung specialization na tinatakil yung topic, no? So, kahit na hindi po yung specialization nyo, madami kayo matututunan na magagamit para sa mga gagawin nyo sa immersion. Tapos, gaya nga po nung sa ibang, kasi yung sa amin po, yung sa Prime, bukod sa pinagawa po, gaya nung si Barcena po kasi ka-batchmate ko, pinagawa po kami ng website, yung sa accounting po, saka yung sa ibang promotional materials. Meron pa pong isa kami sa mga sumunod po na batch na nag-immersion, yung sa Secap Soada, meron naman po silang ginawa na mga logo design, aquaponics. Yung una pong speaker si Sir Dr. Maniano, siya po yung sa aquaponics sa Secap Soada, no? Tapos meron din po na tinalakay about sa cryptocurrency na parang tinutulungan po nila yung students na mag-invest para yung konti nilang ipon o kaya minsan po nag-lend din po sila ng pera para dun sa mga students para makapagsimula. Gaya po nung ginawa nila sa akin, nagbigay po sila ng konting crypto para makapagsimula pong mag-trade o kaya mapalago yung pera. So, yung mga ganun pong example na pinapakita na itong immersion, so hindi lang po siya para sa academic purposes, talagang magagamit po siya sa buhay kahit na gumraduate kayo. Tapos, yung sa results naman po ng immersion na to, dahil nga po ako yung nagla-live stream, so madami akong nasaksihan na iba't ibang mga nangyayari. Pero overall naman po, nakita ko na positive yung results, lalo-lalo na po sa graduation na lahat po halos ng sumali, basta natapos po nila lahat ng pinapagawa, nakapagpasa din po sila ng mga requirements na pinaliwanag kanina. nakaka-graduate naman po sila lahat at naibibigay po yung certificate. So, yun lang po, sana po na lahat ng sasali doon sa graduation nito ay sa immersion na ito, sikapin po nila na matapos. So, kahit na may trabaho po sila, pwede nyo naman pong i-access sa YouTube o kaya sa Facebook. Check nyo na lang po sa mga GC o kaya sa profile ko po. Nakikita nyo po din yung replace ng bawat immersion. So, sana po samantalhin natin dyan sa to, lalo na gaya ng sinabi kanina na bihira po yung school na nakakapag-immersion sa panahon natin ngayon. Kaya dapat matuto tayong mag-adjust at i-grasp natin itong opportunity na ito na makapag-immersion. Salamat po.
Okay, thank you, Nigel. From that, we learn na ang immersion daw ay magagamit natin sa buhay at positive ang magiging resulta. Okay, maraming salamat, Nigel Bersamina. Ma'am Jen?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Julie. Nakaka-inspire po yung mga sinabi ng ating mga trainee, no, Ma'am Julie.
Yes, mga mahuhusay. Tagos sa puso. No?
Yes. At
Oo.
pinatunayan po talaga nila na nothing is impossible, whether modular yan or virtual. Ang immersion ay nag-open ng opportunity. So, kailangan lang talaga nga patunayan nila na kaya nila at tatapusin nila. Kasi nga, there are so many ways and means. Okay? So, again, thank you, Erica and Nigel Bersamina. Now, to discuss another important process, which is about the student profile and the work immersion monitoring, let us welcome Ms. Alma C. Grancioso, the STEM immersion teacher and trainer.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, parents. Good morning, students. So I'm honored to present to you the two essential or important forms to be used in immersion program. Number one is student profile. So ito mga anak, ma'am, paano po? Pause. Next slide po, ma'am. Next po. Ma'am, pa-back po. Ayan po. So, ito po mga anak, ito po aking mga kapwa magulang, ang SHS Work Immersion Students Profile and Requirements Checklist. Mga kapwa magulang sa aking mga estudyante, mga magiging estudyante po ng immersion, itong forms pong ito ay importante na ma-fill upan ninyo bago po magsimula ang immersion program wherein nandito po ang inyong family name, at saka middle name, birthday, age, complete address, contact number, yung pong pinaka-recent at active contact number, name of parents and guardian. Ang importante din po ay ang contact number din po ng inyong mga magulang. And then, sa form pong ito, makikita ang ating checklist. Kung meron ka na bang nagawang resume, kung may nagawa ka na bang medical certificates, yung insurance, and then, itong form pong ito ay gagamitin ng mga immersion teacher upang ma-monitor bago kayo i-deploy. Nakakaintindihan po? So, yung pangalawa naman pong forms ay ang SHS Work Immersion Monthly Itinerary and Monitoring Report, wherein ito po ay ginagamit ng mga immersion teacher kapag just in case meron pong, pupuntahan po sa industry ang mga estudyante. So, sa panahong ito, itong form pong ito ay hindi po magagamit. So, itong dalawang form lamang pong ito ang in-assign sa akin ni Doc Hanubas. Ganun po lamang kasimple. Una, yung student's profile po, sasagutan po natin bago i-deploy. Tanungin si immersion teacher kung meron na po ba siyang drive para po dito. Yun lamang po. Marami pong salamat.
Yan. Thank you po, ma'am. Okay. So again, kung may mga question tayo, later po, i-reserve na lang natin para isang forum na lang and then masagot po natin siya. Again, yung pong forms ay kailangan bago tayo ma-deploy. So kailangan po ilalagay natin yung ating tamang information para mabilis rin po kayong makokontakt just in case. Then another discussion for the process is the checklist, the resume, And the parental consent by Mr. Jelvis V. Perea, automotive immersion teacher and trainer. Good morning, Sir Jelvis. Narito po ba si Sir Jelvis Perea? Okres, mukhang hindi po naka-in si Sir Jelvis.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Ano yung naka-assign sa kanya, ma'am? We will just try to share.
Alright
Hanapin
po.
ko lang.
It's the checklist, resume, and parental consent.
Okay, ma'am. Please proceed to the next. Ano muna, ma'am? While
Okay po.
yes, I'll get to the files. Thank you.
Noted po. Okay, so later po, babalikan natin yung discussion ni Sir Jelvis or ni Doc Res regarding the checklist, resume, and parental consent. So let's move on to the discussion of the details of the student's preparedness questionnaire. So we have Mr. Mark Lindon E. Velasco, the SMAU immersion teacher and trainer.
Uh, Good morning everyone. Naririnig po ba? Hello po.
Yes, Sir Lindon.
Ayan.
Mhm.
Good morning again, students, parents, and fellow teachers and trainers. I am here to present to you the Students Preparedness Questionnaire. Ano nga ba to at para saan ba to? Next please po. So, I'm going to discuss the parts of the Students Preparedness Questionnaire. So, itong Student Preparedness Questionnaire ay isisend through Google Form. Isisend po namin yung link, then sasagutan po ng mga students po natin. So, yung unang part po niyan is the demographic profile. So, it includes your name, age, your grades from the previous semester. So, yun po yung mga nandoon po, mababasa nyo naman po yun doon na kailangan yung sagutan at i-fill out. Next po, sa part 2, senior high school students level of readiness on different skills as prepared by Tanzan National Trade School. Next po, part 3, training skills. Ayan po. And then, next po, part 4, the school's industry work immersion preparation measures. Next, ito po. Ito po yung mga itatanong po. The student were asked if supports coming from the school and work immersion partners on the field of specialization related to industry. There is a well-designed training program on the different skills that are needed by the industry. Third, there is a professional trainer for every skills. There is sufficient funding for the school to be able to develop programs for industry immersion. Next, the school prepared the students for lifelong learning. Next, the school has appropriate facilities and aid use in teaching the different skills. The student had strong management skills. Then the student passed the tested skill evaluation on track being taken up. And last is the school's preparation contributes to the creation of the better system for skills development. Next po. Ayan po. And the school provide discipline plan for students by creating a safe education environment. And lastly, if the school stimulates learning and enhance decision-making process for the senior high school students. 5 as fully prepared and 1 for not prepared. Ayan po, may scale po tayo. And then last is the part 5, attitude and values. Ayan. Part 6, state personal goals or objectives in the senior high school work immersion. And yan naman po yung last part po natin. So, yan po yung makikita nyo po sa student preparedness questionnaire po. Thank you so much po.
Thank you so much, Sir Lindon. And to discuss the work immersion grading sheet, we have Sir Narvin Santiago, mechatronics immersion teacher and also a trainer. Hello, Sir Narvin.
Hello po, good morning po sa inyo
Good
lahat.
morning.
So, let me share my screen. Nakikita po?
Yes po, nakikita po.
Okay po. Bali, ito po ang ating grading system para sa work immersion po. So, ang ating work immersion po, ang grading system po natin ay nahahati po sa tatlo. Ang una po ay ang industry rating. Ito po ay may 70%. Manggagaling po ang industry rating sa ating industry partner. So doon po manggagaling ang pinakamalaking bahagi ng ating grade para sa ating work immersion subject. Then sunod po ay ang ating written report. Ito naman po yung tinatawag nating narrative report. And then yung narrative presentation naman po ay 15% po. So bali lahat-lahat po ay meron tayong 100%. So sa industry rating po, meron po tayong mga sub-criteria po dito. So ito po ang titignan ng ating industry partner para sa pag-grade po sa ating mga bata or sa ating mga anak sa work immersion. First, yung work quality po.
Sir Narvin, excuse me po.
Yes,
Hindi po nalipat yung slides.
Ay, hindi ma'am nalipat?
Apo, thank you. Nasa slide 1 pa lang po. Thank
Okay.
you po.
Hindi ko na lang siguro i-F5 na ma'am. What do you think?
Hey sir, just click the slides na lang po. Yan. Apo.
Ganyan na lang ma'am?
Yes ma'am. Sir, okay po siya. Thank you.
Ulitin ko ulit.
Okay sir.
Alright po. So bali po ang ating grading system ay meron po tayong nahahati po ito sa tatlo. So ang ating industry rating po ay 70% po. Doon po manggagaling sa industry partner po. Sila po ang magbibigay ng 70% ng grade ng ating mga anak or ating mga estudyante. So sumunod po ay ang ating 15% po. Ito po yung ating written report. So ito po yung narrative report na sinasabi. Then ang pangatlo po ay ang ating narrative presentation ay 15% po. Dito naman po ipapakita ng ating mga bata ng face-to-face pero online din po yung kanilang natutunan during the work immersion. So ito po yung narrative presentation. Sa ating industry rating po, ito po ang pagbabatayan ng ating industry partner para sa pagbibigay ng marka sa ating mga bata. Yung first ay work quality. Second ay job interest and enthusiasm. Work consistency, innovation, authority acceptance, regulatory and policy compliance, oral expression, dependability, adaptability, interpersonal relationship, and work ethics. So yan po yung pagbabatayan ng ating industry partners sa pagbibigay ng 70% grade ng ating mga anak sa work immersion subject. Next naman po, ang written report naman po, ito naman po, ang magbibigay naman po ng grade dito ay ang ating immersion teacher. So ito po ay meron din pong tatlong criteria. So content and relevance, 5%, coherence, 5%, and grammar, 5%. So itong 15% na po nito ay manggagaling po sa ating immersion teacher. Next naman po ay ang ating narrative presentation. So ito naman po ay 15%. Manggagaling naman po ito sa mga panelists na sa mga i-depend po kasi ng ating mga bata ang kanilang narrative report at yung mga panelists po ang magbibigay ng 15% grade. Maximum po dito ay 3 ang panel. No? Yung mga panelists natin ay 3 lang po. So nahati rin po sa 3 ang pagbibigay ng grade. Interpretation, 5%. Delivery, 5%. And stage presence, 5% po. So, yun po ang ating mga criteria for work immersion grade po natin. So, ulitin ko po, 70% po ay manggagaling po sa ating industry partner. 15% po ay manggagaling po sa ating immersion teacher. Then 15% po sa narrative presentation, manggagaling naman po yan sa ating mga panelists. So ito naman po ang ating grading system para sa pagkuha po ng ating work immersion awards. So yung mga best in work immersion po. So final rating average, 70% po. So related recognition or award, ito po yung kung nabigyan po sila ng certificate of award doon sa during the work immersion, no? So yan po 15%. And then job placement by industry partner. Ito po yung inalok po sila ng trabaho doon sa mga industry partner po natin, 15%. Then i-add po natin yan at makakuha ng 100%. So kailangan po ang bata po ay makapasok po o magkaroon po ng mga points sa bawat criteria bago siya makakuha ng Work Immersion Awards po. Okay po, so yun lang po at maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Narvin. And now, babalikan po lang natin si Ma'am Cres para sa checklist of resume at parental consent. Hello, Ma'am Cres.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. I'll be sharing my screen. Please, wait lang po.
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay po, ma'am. Wait lang po. So, I will be sharing, ano po, 4 documents. Kasi hindi po naka-specify dyan yung template ng ating narrative report. So, padaanan na din po natin para at least meron pong orientation yung ating mga parents and students para mag-guide na rin po ng ating mga parents, yung ating mga students on how they are going to do, on what they are going to do with their narrative reports. Okay po? Pero just the same, nandiyan pa rin po yung ating specialization teachers who will be guiding us. Okay? Wait lang po. So we will start with the student checklist. Sana i-sharing. Is it sharing, ma'am?
Yes, sharing na po, ma'am.
Okay. Okay po. So, makikita po natin dito, ito po yung ating students checklist. Okay? So, ayan po. Isusulat lang po natin dyan, i-encode lang po natin dyan. So, these forms will be provided to you. Yung template po ay ibibigay po namin sa inyong assigned Google Classroom or the virtual training center. Tapos, i-accomplish nyo na lang po doon. Okay? So, of course, you will be writing your name here, encoding your name here, and then yung section ninyo po, and then date of training. So, kapag nagbigay po kami ng instruction, kung kailan po kayo mag-start, of course, yun po yung ilalagay ninyo po dito. Okay? Dito sa date of training. So, from, like for example, mag-umpisa tayo tomorrow. So, tomorrow's date is May 25. So, after 10 days, yun po yung end ng ating training. Usually po kasi, industries would require students to report during Sundays, holidays, or vacation. Kasi ganun po talaga yung ating work immersion. Hindi po siya kagaya ng regular classes that it is given. Students are required to report during weekdays only. Sa ating work immersion po, pwede pong magbigay ang ating industry partners ng schedule even on Sundays, even on holidays. So, yun po yun. Baka kasi magkaroon po tayo ng questions about this. So, sinasabi na po namin sa inyo ngayon that even on holidays, vacation, weekends, ay maaari po tayong i-require na mag-report ng ating industry partners, okay? Kung saan tayo made-deploy sa ating mga work immersion trainees or students, okay? So, dyan po, dapat nakasulat din yung ating contact number and then also the contact number of parent or guardian, okay? And then, the name of company or industry. So, isusulat na po natin dyan. I-encode natin dyan kung saan tayo made-deploy na industry. Like, kung ang industry assignment natin ay Prime Incorporated, so ilalagay po natin dyan ang Prime Incorporated. Okay? And then, yung address naman po, please take note guys, the students, the trainees, ang address po na ilalagay dito ay address ng industry. Okay? Hindi po yung address natin. Okay? Because your address will be shown doon na sa ating resume, which later I will also be discussing to you. Okay? So, nakalagay po dyan. Ayan po yung ating pre-training requirements. So we have the insurance, we have the medical result, we have the individual MOA, if applicable. Hindi po lahat ng ating industries ay nangangailangan nito. Meron po tayong some industries na nire-require po ito, kaya nakalagay po siya dyan. But in cases na may mga industries na wala naman po nito, just encode NA, okay? Not applicable. And then, of course, the resume. So, ang gagawin po natin dito, lagyan lang po natin ng check markings, okay? I-check lang po natin dyan if we had accomplished or we had provided all of these requirements, okay? And then, next will be the parental consent. Napakahalaga po nito, okay? Because we do not allow students to undergo the work immersion without the parental consent. And that's also the reason why we had requested our parents, the parents and guardians to attend this orientation because you are a very important part of this work immersion, online work immersion for the senior high school, for our senior high school students or children. Okay po? And then next would be the work immersion evaluation sheet. So kanina nabanggit na po sa inyo on how you will be graded. So yun po, you should be providing your own details on the work immersion evaluation sheet kasi doon po kayo bibigyan ng grade ng ating industry partners, okay? At kung meron pa pong iba, so may nakalagay po dyan others, okay? If wala naman, just write NA, okay? And sa part po na ito, after training documents, ang mag-check na po niyan ay ang ating mga specialization teachers or our immersion teachers. Okay po? And next, so we are done with the students checklist. Let's proceed with the resume. Okay po? Or the parental consent po muna. Share this tab instead. Okay. Nag-share po ba, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Teacher po.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So, ito po yung ating parental consent. Actually, we have both the English version and the Filipino. Kaya, ano po, na-decide na lang po natin na ito pong Filipino, Tagalog, ang sariling wika natin ang ating gagamitin. Okay? So, ito po, ang nakalagay po, dapat ilalagay po natin yung petsa or date kung kailan po natin i-accomplish ang form na ito. And then, so nakalagay po dyan, ang senior high school or industry immersion program ng DepEd sa ilalim ng K-12 curriculum ay tunay na kapakipakinabang sa proseso ng pagkatuto ng aming mga anak na mag-aaral sa senior high school. Kung gayon, nais kong ihayag ang aking suporta sa pamamagitan ng pagpayag na sumalang sa work immersion ng aking anak na si. So ilalagay na po natin dyan yung pangalan ng ating anak. Okay po? So this part, pangalan po. And then, ang susunod na i-fill up po natin sa pangalan na po ng industry ang ilalagay po natin dito. Okay? Kung halimbawa po ang assignment ng ating anak ay sa Prime Incorporated, so yun po ilalagay natin. At kung sa Sekap Swada naman, yun naman po ang ilalagay natin dito. Or sa Hungry Project, dito naman po natin ilalagay. Or kung saan pa mang industry i-assign or naka-assign or nag-qualify yung ating mga anak for the online deployment. Okay po? And then, nakalagay po dito simula. So, kung kailan po sila i-deploy yung unang araw hanggang sa graduation po nila, hanggang sa matapos. So, ito po yung, dito po natin ilalagay yon. Okay? And then, para sa track, strand, at section, like for example, ABM po, yung ating anak. So, academic, / ABM, kung ano po yung section niya, kung A or B man yan, or C. Okay? So, yun po yung ating gagawing pag-fill up sa form na ito. Okay po. And then, sa baba po, makikita po natin dyan, pangalan at lagda ng magulang. Napakahalaga po nito. Okay po. Pwede naman po nating gawin sa kapirasong papel ang ating what do you call this? Signature. Tapos i-copy paste na lang po natin dito. So, nagawa po ito ng ating mga nakaraang trainees or students, yung ating mga grade 12 ngayon. Yan. Yung mga nag-share po kanina, sila Jerica from ABM and si Nigel from Computer Programming A. Ayan po. At pareho po, pakilagay po yung contact number ng ating mga magulang or guardian. And then, pangalan din po ng ating mga mag-aaral. And then, the contact number. Ayan po. So, yan po yung ating parental consent. Okay? Let's proceed with the narrative report. Okay, wait lang po. Resume po muna rather. Okay. So, I'll share this tab instead. Okay po. So, ito na po yung pinaka-template ng ating resume para hindi na po mahirapan yung ating mga students, yung ating mga trainees or senior high school learners kung paano po nila gagawin yung ating resume. But actually, ang resume po natin is an output of your reading and writing skills subject. So, kung nakuha nyo na siya, yung inyong reading and writing skills subject, meron na kayong resume. So, you can also use that. Dapat sa ating mga students, you should be saving your documents, your resume in your Google Drive para po anytime you would need it, madali nyo na lang pong kukuhanin. Okay? Hindi yung, ay, saan ko nga ba nailagay yon? Kung printed lang siya, kung hard copy lang ang meron kayo. So, napakahalaga po, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, we should be keeping file, cloud file, or we should be saving a document online, lalo na po sa ating resume. Okay? So, nandyan po, ilalagay na lang po natin ang okay. Ilalagay na lang po natin ang ating pangalan. Ito po ay para sa mga estudyante po natin, okay? So yung address, ayan po yung zip code, provincial address, email address, Facebook, telephone number, mobile, date of birth, place of birth, gender, civil status, citizenship, height, weight, okay? And then andyan po sa family background, ilalagay po natin ang pangalan ng ating mga magulang, occupation of course, and then mother's maiden name, and then occupation, and then siblings, mga kapatid din po natin. Okay? And then, for the educational background, you are supposed to encode your preschool or kindergarten school, and then elementary, and then your secondary up to grade 10 because, or grade 11, because you are now in grade 12. Okay? And then, pwede rin po natin idagdag dyan yung voluntary work involvement or organizations affiliated with. Okay? And then, the trainings or seminars or prestigious activities attended and recognitions as well. Okay? And for the other informations, ayan, pwede po nating i-include yung ating special skills, the hobbies we have. If we are computer literate, ito ay mga examples lang po ito ha. We can put it, we can include if we are computer literate, at dapat lang po talaga computer literate na tayong lahat because we will be needing this for this online or virtual work immersion. Sandali lang po, parang may pumapasok. Okay. Okay po. So, okay, so yan po. If you are a mixed martial artist, you can also include it, taekwondo player, singing, acting, dancing. So, all other special skills that we have, dito na natin nilalagay, okay? So, yan po yung ating, what do you call this, resume. So nilagay ko na din po namin dyan ang space kung saan nyo ilalagay yung inyong photo. Okay? So sana po sa ating photo, medyo plain background lang siya. This is just an example. So ano po, dapat plain background po yung ilalagay po natin dyan. Okay? And same size para yung tawag nito, outline niya ay gano'n na din. Okay? Someone's coming in. Papasukin ko lang po. Okay, so yan po yung ating resume. So guys, lahat po ng documents na ito, lahat po ng templates na ito, ay we will be sharing to all of you. Para ito na yung susundan ninyo. And right after our orientation, we will be providing you with what do you call this? The virtual pre-deployment or orientation room para mai-prepare nyo na kung ano man yung inyong mga kailangang i-prepare na documents, okay? Kasi by next month, so malapit na yon, ilang weeks na lang or 1 week na lang ba or more than a week, we will start with your deployment right after, kumbaga right after po ng ating exam for the fourth quarter, okay po? So let's proceed with the next document. Sa narrative report. Okay po, share this tab instead. Okay, so ito po ay example or template ng ating senior high school work immersion narrative report. Okay, so you can see in here, ito po ay ginawa ng ating first batch ng students natin. They were deployed at Arescom. So, ang gagawin po natin dito, i-edit na lang natin. Okay, so this is already the template. Yan, like for example, made-deploy tayo sa Prime or Secap. So, papalitan lang natin yan. Okay, let's try if this thing works. Okay, ayan lang po. And then let's change also the date for school year. Anong school year na po ba tayo? Anyone? From our learners. Anong school year na po tayo? For your deployment in the senior high school work immersion. Any student from the Google Meet we have
ano po
with us?
yan?
Okay, ano po?
2021 to 2022 po.
Okay, very good. Okay, that's good. 2021 to 2022. Ayan, ganyan lang po siya. So, ayan po, a narrative report submitted to the faculty of the Tanzan National Trade School, Senior High School Department. Okay. So, it is in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the subject work immersion. Okay. So, ang gagawin po natin, papalitan po natin ito ng name ng gagawa ng report. Okay. There are also cases na by group ang gagawin nating narrative report. Okay. So, let us follow kung ano man yung magiging instruction sa atin ng ating mga work immersion teacher or our specialization teachers, okay? Because there are also cases na ang ginawang report ay isang buong section na, okay? Kasi iisa naman yung industry kung saan sila na-deploy, okay? So, yun po yung ating possible adjustment dito, okay? So, kung isang section siya, like for example, let's say, technical drafting. Okay, so ilalagay na lang po natin. Technical drafting. Ayan, so buong technical drafting na yan. And so the date that you will be putting in here ay kung ano po yung date ng inyong narrative presentation. Okay? So we will be giving you the schedule for the narrative presentation at yun po yung ilalagay ninyong date dito. Okay po? So yan, let's move further. So yun po, ito po yung ating approval sheet. So ilalagay lang po dyan natin yung ating mga pangalan, your names here, or your section, kung ano man grouping ang ibibigay sa atin ng ating mga specialization or work immersion narrative teachers. Okay? So ayan po, kung sino naman po yung panel sa ating narrative presentation, yun po yung ating ilalagay dyan. Okay po? So yan, these are example. Okay, so let's move. So ito po, you will be provided with a certification for your completion sa inyong industry assignment. So ilalagay din po natin dito, okay? Just communicate with your industry assign kung saan po kayo magte-train for your certificates. Okay po? Ayan. And then, for the biographical data, you will be encoding your biographical data. Third person po siya. Okay? Ang gagawin natin. Ayan. If like, for example, you will be doing your narrative report as a group or as a class, dapat isa-isang biographical data ang ilalagay natin dyan. Okay? Kasi ito, in this case, iisa lang ang biographical data na nakalagay because this is just an example. Okay po? Kung halimbawa 10 kayo, you are 10 in the group, dapat 10 biographical data ang nakalagay po dyan. Okay po? Just pattern or just see, tingnan nyo na lang po kung paano po ginawa yung biographical data and sundan nyo na lang. Okay? The template is here already, the outline is here, and papalitan nyo lang siya ng inyong details. Okay? With your information, with your own information. Okay po? And then, acknowledgement. Ayan po. Of course, you will have to draft your own acknowledgement. In here, ilalagay niyo po dito kung sino po yung mga individuals you would want to acknowledge for your work immersion, kung sino po yung mga nakatulong po sa atin during your work immersion at kung sino man yung mga naging inspiration natin for the work immersion, of course. Okay? And then the dedication as well. So ayan po, meron din po tayong table of contents. Okay, ayusin nyo na lang because this one is just a sample. Okay, yan, pwede na, po na din po nating sundan yan. Because ang content ng background ay yan din siya. Might as well, ganyan na din po yung paging. Okay po? So, dapat iayos nyo din po yung paging. Okay? Baka naman i-copy-paste na lang din natin ito. At kumbaga, kung ano yung paging nito, yun na din ang magiging paging ng ating output or yung ating sarili nating narrative report. Dapat iayos po natin yan based dun sa actual narrative report po natin. Okay? Ayan po. So, ayan po, meron din po siyang introduction. You should also be crafting or developing your own introduction. Okay? And then, for the background of the work immersion partner, makukuha po natin ito sa ating industry partner kung saan po tayo made-deploy. Okay? The vision will be provided to you by the industry, the mission of the industry history. Ayan po, ibibigay po nila yan sa inyo. Okay? And then, ayan, the organizational chart. You will also be provided with the organizational chart of the industry kung saan po kayo i-deploy. So, ano po, ilalagay nyo po dito sa inyong narrative report. Okay? And then, the location map will also be provided. Pwede po nating i-access yan through FB pages at meron po doon nakalagay na location. I-copy-paste na lang po natin dyan or screenshot and then copy it and paste it in this narrative report. Okay? And then, eto na po, yung ating Ito na po yung ating narrative summary of experiences. Okay? So, meron po tayo dyan, working with my coworkers. So, this will be in general. Lalagay po natin dyan. Kung halimbawa kayo ay in group, isa na lang ang ilalagay ninyong what do you call this? Entry dito sa ating working with my coworkers sa problems encountered, recommendation, and then working with the superior or manager and the problems encountered as well, and then the recommendation, and then also working with the community, also the problems encountered. Okay, and then for the daily narrative, so ano po yun ha, let's make it clear. So, ang gagawin nating entry for this specific part, okay, working with my coworkers, working with my superior or manager, working with the community, ay isang entry lang. Whether you will be working with group, okay, or you will be doing your narrative report by group or by section. Okay po, so isa lang ang entry ninyo dyan. But, pagdating po sa ating narration of daily activities, ano po ito? Individual po tayo. Like, for example, in your class or in your group, there are 10 members, 10 group members, or 20 group members. Dapat 20 daily narratives ang makikita po natin dyan. Okay? So, ang gagawin po natin, para, what do you call this? Maayos po siya. Okay? So, para magkaroon po ng kaayusan yung ating report na gagawin, sunod-sunod na po yon per member of the group. Okay? Like, for example, si Nigel. Nigel muna lahat na daily narration or narration of daily activities. Kay Nigel muna from day 1 up to day 10 niya. Okay? Yan. Okay, and then the next narrative report will be the next member of the group or the next member of the section. Okay po, sa kanila po kasi 15 days sila na-deploy last time. Kaya 15 days po yung naka-indicate dyan. It doesn't have to be one page. Okay guys? Just the gist of your experience for that particular day. Kung ano yung highlight ng na-experience ninyo during that day, for your work immersion, yun po yung ilalagay ninyo. Okay? So, it may be just a sentence, one sentence or two. Okay na po yun. Okay? So, yun po. Alright. So, we will also be having the appendices. Ayan po. At sa appendices po, copy-paste lang po natin ito. So, we will not be needing to remove this. Hindi na po natin aalisin ito. Ayan, kasi given na po yan. It's a guideline from DepEd. So, i-copy-paste na lang po natin dyan. Okay, so sa ating evaluation forms, of course, we will be having our own evaluation form. Kasi ito na po yung actual grade na ibibigay sa atin ng industry. Kagaya ng diniscuss ni Sir Narvin kanina, please make sure you meet with all the evaluation factor and description to come up with grade na syempre kung desire po nating mataas yung ating grade at gusto din nating mapasama sa awardees ng Senior High School Work Immersion kasi at the end of the school year meron po tayong gold medals for the Work Immersion awardee. This school year, marami po actually tayong awardees because of the exemplary performance they had done. Ang dami po nating excellent trainees or students for this school year sa ating online work immersion na ginawa ngayon. Okay? Kasama na dyan sila Erica and Nigel. Okay? They are included as they are highly recommended for the work immersion awardee. Okay po? Ay, surprise pala yon. Bakit binanggit ko na? Nandito pala sila. Okay? So, Ayan po, Certificate of Completion, yan. Ilalagay din po natin dyan. So, kung halimbawa we are 10 in the group, dapat nakalagay po lahat dyan. Okay? Medyo liitan nyo na lang para po in a page, kaya ng, or dalawa, kaya ng i-accommodate or magkasya na yung inyong lahat ng, what do you call this? Certificate of Completion. Okay? Bakit may biographical data? Bumalik ba tayo? Okay, let's go back doon sa baba, appendices. Okay. Kaya tuloy diniscuss ko yun. Okay. Ano po pala? So, mahalaga din po ito, guys. So, evaluation form, ang una nating kasama sa appendices. And then, we should be having pictures while doing our work immersion. Okay? Pwede po tayong makiusap sa ating mami, sa ating daddy, nanay, papa, mama. Okay? Or sa ating mga kapatid. Uy, kuhanan mo naman ako while doing your work immersion. Okay? While attending the online work immersion. Okay? You would need a picture of yourself kasi kakailanganin yung ilagay po dito. Or also have screenshots of the sessions, the training sessions you will be attending para meron po kayong mailagay dito sa pictures or photos. Okay po? So mahalaga din po ito. We have the daily time record. So this will be provided to you by the industry. You will be reporting. Okay? So this might be in an Excel form. So i-ano na lang po natin. I-screenshot na lang natin and then copy. Save it as a picture and then copy paste it here. Okay po? Tapos ito, i-copy paste na lang po natin. The worker's prayer kasi given na po yan. And then same thing with the Tnts or Tanza National Trade School hymn. Okay? Given po yan. So, you do not have to change anything in here. Ayan. So, tapos na po tayo. Di ba? Oh, gagraduate na ang ating grade 11. So, ganun lang po ang ating gagawin sa ating senior high school work immersion. So, you are now guided. Na-discuss na namin sa inyo yung inyong mga forms that you are supposed to accomplish. So, nandyan naman po yung ating mga work immersion teachers, narrative teachers to guide us all the way. Okay po? Hindi naman po kayo iiwan nila right after this orientation that we have. Okay po? And I think I'm done. Ma'am Jen, Ma'am Julie.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am Canubas.
Okay po.
Okay, thank you for guiding us about the forms that need to be accomplished by the students, such as the checklist, the resume, parental consent, the narrative report. Again, thank you, Ma'am Cres. And now to present, let us call Mr. Marlo M. Tanggalin to present the 10-day training program at SICAP, SWDA for GAS, UM, STEM, and ABM and ICT. Pero parang wala po yata Sir Marlo. Ma'am Jen?
Not around, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Not around.
Okay po. Tingnan ko po kung I have it in my file, ma'am.
Okay po, Ma'am Cres.
Also, ma'am, si Ma'am Edith Barena and Ma'am Jess Profeta po, I think wala rin po sila sa meet. They will be discussing the evaluation and the insurance and medical examinations po.
Okay, ma'am. Sige po. Isa-isahin lang muna natin, ma'am. Ano po yung kay Sir Marlo, ma'am? Ulit?
Yung sa SECAP, ma'am, for gas, UMS.
Okay po. I'll see here. Okay. I think I have one here. Wait lang po. Okay, present ko lang po yung aking screen. Okay. Okay po, I hope it is sharing, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, sharing na po.
Okay po, sige po. Ayan,
Okay.
meron pa siyang error. Okay po, so nakikita po natin dito ang example program naman po for our tailoring and hairdressing students. So ano sa day 1 po, of course, general orientation about the work immersion for this industry. Ayan, of course, the work immersion from home program partnership between DepEd, Cavite, Tnts, and SECAP SWADA. So ano po, ito po yung magiging discussion natin. Leveling of expectations or objectives of the program. And then, of course, the virtual tour of at SECAP SWADA online platforms. So, bibisitahin po natin, ay ipapakita po sa inyo, ipepresent po sa inyo yung website because the SECAP SWADA has his website wherein the programs, the what they call this, the programs and services are uploaded. So yun po, dun nyo po siya makikita. And the other online platforms will be shared to the trainees, okay? And then, usually po, ang nagka-handle po ng discussion about SECAP, SWADA, company history, legalities, policies and objectives, introduction and rationale, programs and services, requirements, SECAP forms, of course, the issues and challenges, vision, mission, objectives, core values, rules, beneficiaries, policies, making process, ay si Miss Hananiel Doria. She is an officer of SECAP SWADA. And then another topic for day 1 would be knowing the SECAP SWADA officers and founding board members and the role of the units in the organizational structure. So yan po, kagaya ng binanggit natin kanina, you will be needing this in your narrative report. So dito pa lang sa day 1 natin, dinidiscuss na nila yung i-discuss na nila yung organizational structure and then the duties and responsibilities of officers and members of the organizational structure. Okay po? And then of course, makikita nyo po dito, training assessment and drafting of work immersion portfolio narrative report in the afternoon. At dito na po papasok ang guidance ng ating mga parents. So our parents are a very important part of this online work immersion. Okay po? Sila po ang inyong magiging guro actually ng mas mahabang oras kaysa sa amin na mga trainers ninyo in the industry and your specialization teachers. But we will still be there, yung ating mga specialization teachers to guide you all the way also. Okay, meron naman po tayong mga GCs and what do you call this? The Google Classrooms that you will be joining, will be providing you na doon po tayo magko-communicate. Okay po? So, okay. And then, for the second day, ayan na po. Magkakaroon na po tayo ng tailoring topic. Ayan po. To be handled by Ma'am Annabel De Leon. And then, another tailoring topic. Actually, last training, we had project design. Ang diniscuss po ni Ma'am Bel dito at napakaganda. Okay? And then, ang sumunod niyang diniscuss is the project-based design also. At ako din ang dami kong natutunan in her topic kasi nakikinig din po ako. Advantage talaga na madami kang napapakinggang mga trainings. Okay? And then for day 3, of course, another topic for tailoring. And for day 4, hairdressing topic naman po. Since ang ating participants ay the tailoring students and hairdressing students. Okay po? Ayan, for day 5, ganun din po hairdressing topic. And then, we will have another general topic for day 6, which is, actually po ito ay added information and added, what do you call this? Learnings for our trainees. Kasi we will be learning about greenfield, we will be learning about hydroponics, and aquaculture. Okay? So napakaganda po ng topic na ito because we can grow and we can what do you call this? We can culture or we can grow fish even in our houses or in our backyards. Okay? So, yun po. Matututunan po natin dito kung paano po siya gagawin. Okay? It is a livelihood. It is also a livelihood program being implemented and implemented at Secap Swada in cooperation with Greenfield Aquaculture. So actually ang ano po nito, ang aligned dito na specialization senior high school students natin are the STEM students, okay? Because this is about engineering, okay? And then we also have for April 11, day 7 rather, I'm sorry, we will have topic on visual graphic design at napakaganda din po ng learnings na makukuha po natin dito. Just like in Prime, meron din po tayong this topic. Meron din po tayong binibigay na topic na ganito sa ating Prime Incorporated for our academic specialization students. Okay po? And ang ating discussion po dito or trainer is also a partner or international commissioner of Secap Swada. And another general topic on day 8 is FIRO or cryptocurrency trading. Actually, hindi na lang po FIRO ngayon. So, we got interested actually with this guys. At kanina nag-share sa inyo si Nigel. So, he had been given a grant. Kumbaga, nag-grant po siya ng livelihood program ng Secap Swada and he now has some cryptocurrencies with him. Ang isa pa pong ini-introduce na cryptocurrency ng Secap Swada is the XBBT. Okay, so si Nigel ay meron na po siyang XBBT and FIRO as well. So dito po itinuturo sa mga trainees kung papaano po mag-trade online. At napakaganda po nito kasi even kung nasa bahay ka, you can earn. Okay? So ano po, I will not be expounding further on this kasi it's a huge topic. Is mahaba din po siyang i-discuss. Okay? So it's about cryptocurrency trading. Okay? And then for day 9, ano na po ito? Feedback sharing and output consultation na. So it is in this day. So someone's coming in. Papasukin ko lang po ha. Okay, so it is in this day that students are supposed to accomplish or complete all the tasks, training tasks given by the trainers. Okay? So yun po. Magkakaroon po ng consultation with the trainers and the trainees as well. And then of course, ito po yung pinaka-aantay ng lahat ng mga trainees. For the day 10, nagkakaroon po ng graduation or recognition or completion rights ang ating mga trainees. So, meron pong program din. Meron pong keynote speech, meron pong welcome message, and awarding of certificates and recognitions to deserving students. Okay? So, yun po. Yan po yung 10-day program ng ating senior high school, online work, immersion, at SECAP SWADA naman. Kanina, na-discuss na sa atin yung prime. Okay? And I'm done with that. Ma'am Julie, Ma'am Jen.
Yes, Ma'am Chris.
Okay po.
Si Ma'am Barena po yata, not around.
She's not also around, ma'am. Okay. Opo, ma'am, kasi 'di ba picture taking kasi ng mga ano din natin, grade 12 natin ngayon. So I guess she is on duty sa trade ngayon. Ano po yung kanyang topic, ma'am?
Ma'am, about work immersion evaluation form.
Okay. Meron po ba tayong kasama dito, ma'am, na specialization teachers? Can you please share? O i-share ko po yung form. Can you please discuss? Sino pong ano na lang, mag-volunteer na lang po from our group. Parang diniscuss na ito kanina ni Sir Narvin. Is it not, ma'am?
Parang gano'n na rin po yung work immersion grading sheet.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Ano po ba
Yes,
yung
ma'am.
naka-assign kay Ma'am Barena?
Work immersion evaluation form, ABM.
Yung details po yun, ma'am, ng evaluation form.
Mga details daw po pala yun.
Opo. Yung kay sir po kasi is yung distribution 70%, 30%.
Okay, ma'am. Sige po, sige po. Okay po. Okay. Okay po. So, okay, evaluation form. Sige po. Okay, is it sharing, Ma'am Jen, Ma'am Julie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, salamat po. Okay po, so ito naman po yung ating evaluation sheet. So, we will be editing. Ipo-provide namin ito sa ating mga senior high school students, lahat sa inyo, okay? We will be assigning a copy for each one of you. So, i-edit lang natin ito with our details, okay? So, ito, like for example, Juan de la Cruz. Or ilalagay natin dito si Erica. Erica Parsena. Okay, so yan po yung ilalagay natin, okay? Yung ito pong mga naka-red, meaning to say, these are for editing, okay po? And then, of course, yung date, kung kailan po tayo mag-start at tatapos for the 10-day training, okay? So, let's put like, May, for example. Let's start tomorrow, May 25. Kailan tayo matatapos if we start at May 25? Anyone?
June 5 po.
Okay, so June 5, thank you. Okay, June 5, 2021. Okay po. Ano po yung school year natin?
2021 to 2022 po.
Okay, thank you. Okay po. So, ito po, huwag nyo na lang gagalawin ito. This rightmost part, okay? Yung admin, contact number, trainer, tapos yung designation, okay? Because this will be done by the industry. Industry na po ang maglalagay dyan, okay? So, just leave it. Ito lang po ang ating gagalawin dito. So, sa track, of course, si Erica is from academics. So, ilalagay po natin academics. Okay. Okay, so academics, and then ang strand niya ay ABM. Okay? And then ang section niya po ay A. Okay, A, right? Erica, nandyan ka pa ba, nak? Okay. Ano din kasi nila, schedule nila ng kanilang pictorial. Okay, so yan po yung ating gagawin dyan. And then, Eto guys, ay example lang. Okay? Do not think na ito na yung magiging grade nyo. Okay? So, inilagay lang namin dyan for the purpose na makita ninyo kung paano siya mag-automatic compute. Okay po? So, ayan po. Kung ganyan po ang magiging grade ninyo or rate ninyo na ibibigay ng industry, so yan po yung lalabas. Satisfactory siya, so 89%. Ang equivalent niya ay 62.3% out of aning na-discuss ni Sir Narvin kanina at na-discuss ko din na industry rating or distribution.
70% po.
Okay, very good. Na, hindi ko lang nakikita kung sino yung nagsasalita. Puntahan ko nga. Magsalita ka nga ulit na hindi kita nakikita eh.
70% po.
Anong name mo, na?
Ano po? Rayumi Kutumang po.
Okay. From? Anong section mo, na? What is your section?
Yums A po.
Okay, Humes A. Ano kasi, yun lang medyo limited ang meet natin, anak. I
And
don't
hello,
see...
Ma'am Press. Meron din kasi kanina nagpa-participate, si Jabril Lumagi. Jabril nga ba yan?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Please
Thank you, ma'am,
identify
sa
them, ma'am. Paki-recognize na lang po sila kasi I don't see them at my end. Thank you. Okay po. Okay. It's really great, guys. Kasi alam nyo na, napakaganda na kayo'y kapag you are required to participate or volunteer on something, please do. Kasi doon kayo magkakaroon ng opportunity to be recommended for the Work Immersion Award at the end of the school year. So, dapat maging active kayo sa participation ninyo sa industry, okay? Huwag nyong i-keep to yourself kung ano yung skills na meron kayo, kung ano yung talent na meron kayo. Show it. Because in the industries, you are actually considered employees na. You are being trained as an employees, okay? Because the work immersion prepares you to be entrepreneurs, to be employees, okay? So yun po yung ating possibilities and opportunities for the work immersion. At kagaya ngayon, yung ating live streamer, si Nigel, he is already earning, okay? Although allowances pa lang ang naibibigay sa kanya ng industry, but because of his skills, because of his talent that he has, o biruin nyo, nakakatulong siya sa iba't ibang ating mga trainees, kasi meron din tayong mga kasamang schools, other schools. You will also be meeting other students, other trainees from other schools. Okay? So, yun lang po. We encourage everyone, most particularly the students, to be active. Participate in all the events given in the industry immersion or the online work immersion. Okay? Kasi mas maganda na ipakita natin. Alam ko at alam namin na matetalino tayong lahat. We all have our skills, we all have our talents, but if we do not show it and if we do not share it, no one will know about what we are able to do. Okay? So let's proceed. So okay. So isa-isahin po natin yung evaluation factor. I'd like to ask volunteer from the trainees to read. Okay? From work quality. Sino po ang gustong magbasa ng first evaluation factor natin? Anyone? Any volunteer, please? Anyone?
Yes, Jabril.
Okay, please go ahead, Jeffrey.
Sa description po, yung work quality po,
Yes, anak, yes.
ability to complete work assignments with accuracy, smoothness, and neatness. Application of quality criteria to complete work systematically with attention to detail.
Okay.
Po, observation of safety and environmental aspects.
Okay.
Po, good recording and reporting practice. And
Okay.
po, implementation of systematic digital file management in own system according to instruction.
Okay, so ano nga ulit name, anak?
Jayril Lumagi po.
Jeriel?
Jayril
J-Real.
Lumagi po.
Jeriel. Okay, Jeriel,
Lumagi.
ano ang pagkakaunawa mo, anak, sa iyong binasa? Sa ating evaluation factor at sa description ng work quality. Kasi ito po yung kung paano kayo gegradean ng industry. Okay, dapat nauunawaan ninyo kung paano kayo bibigyan ng grade ng ating industry trainers. Okay, so anong pagkakaunawa mo sa binasa mo? Ano dapat ang gagawin mo para mabigyan ka ng magandang grade at ma-meet mo yung expectation sa iyo ng industry as well? Bakit tumawa na si Jeriel?
Hindi po ako yun.
Ay, sino po ba ang nagbasa? Okay.
Ako po.
Sige na. Share anything kung paano mo siya naintindihan yung inyong binasa. Okay?
Ano po, ma'am? Yung sa ano po, ma'am? Parang dito po, ma'am, kukuha ng ano po, ma'am. Kunwari po, grades po.
Yeah. At ano ang gagawin mo?
Ito pong mga nandito, ma'am. Ability of assignment, ganun po.
Okay, so paano ka kikilos? Paano ka ano ang gagawin mo para ka ano ba tawag ito? Para ka magkaroon ng magandang grade by the industry trainers. Based dito sa description, ano ba ang mga sinasabi dito na dapat mong gawin?
Ito po, ma'am, yung mga na ano po, yung observation of safety environment aspect, yung mga nandito po.
Okay? So kagaya niyan, itong number 1, ability to complete work assignment with accuracy, thoroughness, and neatness. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Anyone? Okay, please. Dapat kasi anak nauunawaan natin kung anong ibig sabihin nito. Para alam natin kung paano tayo kumilos, paano tayo mag-participate sa industry. Okay? That's the reason why we are discussing this to everyone. Okay? At dapat talaga nagpa-participate na kayo ngayon para maunawaan ninyo kung paano kayo kikilos, paano kayo magpa-participate sa industry during your online work immersion. Okay? O anyone, your performance actually starts now, guys. Okay? This orientation, this event is recorded. So, magiging basis din namin ito. Kasama ang inyong mga work immersion teachers in evaluating kung sino yung karapat-dapat na i-recommend nila for the work immersion awardee. So, we are asking participation, volunteers from the group. Ano ang pagkakaunawa ninyo? Okay.
Ako po.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay po. Based on my own understanding po, dito po sa unang work quality, kailangan pong maayos po na para po makuha po yung satisfaction ng ano natin, ng trainers. Kailangan po meron po magawa po natin ng maayos, mabilis at ng malinis yung assignment po na binigay sa atin. Ganun lang po yung pagkakaintindi ko.
Yes, actually. Very good. Anak, hindi kasi nakikita yung name mo. Hindi nag-a-appear sa aking screen. So, your name?
Ano po? Remy ko tumang po.
Okay. So, ikaw pa rin. Anong section mo, nak?
Humes A po.
Okay, very good ang Humes A. Okay, di ba? Represented na kaagad ang Humes A. Very good, nak. Okay, next. Let's proceed. Sige. At least you are given an idea on how you are supposed to participate and what do you call this? Act. Paano kayo mag-perform sa inyong industry kung saan kayo ma-assign, okay? So ayan, dapat isa puso natin lahat 'yan. Yung ating mga ginagawa based dito sa mga standard na dapat nating gagawin, okay? And then next, any volunteer from the group? Etong job interest and enthusiasm up to work consistency. Please read. Anyone, please?
Ma'am, ako po.
Ma'am, ako po. Willingness and motivation. Ayun na lang po.
So we have Marco Paulo.
Sige po. Willingness and motivation for the work assignment, a self-starter. Ma'am, ang pagkakaintindi ko po ay, kumbaga po, sabihin po natin na pagmamahal po sa sariling trabaho. Ganun po.
Okay.
Yung, ilan po.
Okay. Please proceed with the word consistency, anak.
Marco Paulo pa rin.
Yes, ma'am.
Work consistency, iho.
Ability to meet time schedules on work assignment under various pressures. Use of appropriate digital tools and equipment on work operations.
Okay. At paano? Okay.
Sige po.
Please go ahead, anak.
Wait lang po. Kailangan po ang ibig wait lang po. Kailangan po yung mga nagagawa nyo pong mga trabaho nyo po, kailangan po matapos nyo po on time po. Ganun po pagkakaintindi ko po.
Okay, very good. Yes.
Tapos doon po sa pangalawa, kailangan po marunong po kayong gumamit ng mga equipment na para doon sa trabaho po.
Okay,
Ganun
very good. Anong section mo, anak?
Yung E po.
Okay. Oh, puro HUMS ang nagpa-participate. What about the other specializations? Okay po. Parang siguro may nagchat-chat. I'm hearing something.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am Jen, paano na lang, ma'am? Patawag na lang po ng name nila kasi I don't see
yes, ma'am. Sure po.
anything. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay po. Next po.
Okay, let's proceed with innovation. Okay, isa-isa na lang para madami makapag-participate.
So let me ask James Basil Oponda from Comprog A.
Okay. Nice. May Comprog A na tayo.
Hi, James.
Hi po, ma'am.
Okay, please read.
Ability to generate ideas and suggestions and creativity in problem solving.
Okay.
Sa akin po, ma'am, yung kumaga pagiging idealistic po ito, ma'am. Kumaga marami pong ideas na pwede mo pong may suggest and
magamit
din po siya accurate. Magamit po siya inaccurate work po. Tapos very helpful po sa pag may problema kailangang solusyonan.
Okay, very good. So, a perfect example for this, guys, ay for every batch of trainees, we have yung, what do you call this, the program committee. So, yung mga program committee, volunteers yun actually. So, they are actually expected or required to provide templates for the certificate. So, pwedeng dito yun papasok. Okay? So, if you have the talent, if you have any ideas in your mind, you should be sharing it. You should be suggesting. Okay? And that's very good. And let's
Okay.
proceed to the next, ma'am.
Yes, can
Authority
we,
acceptance.
yeah, authority acceptance. Can we have Nikki Line John Elbato from G11 ABMA? Hi, Nikki. Nikki Line John Elbato. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Are you still here? Okay, if not, let me call on Gracious Alicando, ABM.
Authority acceptance po.
Yes.
In authority acceptance, display of respect for supervisory authority and willingness for assignment. So kailangan daw po mag-respect po tayo sa mga matataas po sa atin. Hindi besides po doon, kailangan po natin mag-respect sa mga coworkers po natin, mga katrabaho natin sa isang company. And also, dapat po bilang tayong isang worker or sa pag-OJT po natin, kailangan po nakikita po sa atin yung pagiging willingness sa paggawa po ng mga assignments natin, mga tasks na i-assign po sa atin.
And then next?
And great respect to self and others within and outside the workplace. So, kailangan din po natin na mag-respect po, hindi lang po within ng company, also po dun sa mga aside po ng company natin. That's...
Okay, thank you. All right, next po is regulatory and policy compliance. Let me have Leah Zamier Handuman of UMS F.
Magandang tanghali po. Dito po sa regulatory and policy compliance. Una po, yung clear understanding of and ability to properly apply company regulations and policies. Marunong din po dapat na sumunod dun sa mga pinatutupad po na tuntunin po ng company po. Ayun, nasunod po sa mga tuntunin po ng maayos po. Then, yung next po, preparing workstation before commencing work. Inihahanda po yung surroundings po natin na maging angkop po sa gagawin po nating work immersion. Pati rin po, makakatulong din po kasi yun para yung sarili natin ay maihanda po natin na para bang nasa totoo po tayong company na nagtatrabaho po. Tapos yung next po, carrying out work according to OHS procedures, including hazard identification and control measures. Marunong pong sumunod din po sa OHS procedures na nakatakda po. Ayun po, kasama po dun yung hazard identification, mga pag-iingat po na kailangan pong gawin para po doon sa work immersion. At yung pinakahuli po, adherence to company ethical standards, organizational policy and guidelines on the prevention and reporting of unethical conduct behavior. Ay nagmamalasakit din po dapat tayo na magawa po yung mga company ethica, yung mga ano po, ano ba yun? Tamang ugali po sa work immersion po doon sa company para maiwasan po yung mga report na unethical conduct or behavior po ng nagwo-work immersion. Yan lang po.
Okay, thank
Salamat.
you so much, Leah. Very well said. So, sabi nga dyan sa regulatory and policy compliance, kung ano yung ginagawa nyo sa immersion or sa training, i-apply nyo yan sa actual workforce. So, kung ano yung practice mo, kung ano yung nakagawian mo sa school, at kung ano yung nakagawian mo sa training, paglabas ninyo in the real world, sa trabaho or sa company, may apply nyo yun rin yun. So, ibig sabihin kapag medyo pasaway tayo sa training, baka may apply natin dun sa pagtatrabahuhan natin. So, iniiwasan natin yon. At kailangan lahat nung nandun sa regulation and policy ay kino-comply natin dahil mahirap na magkakaroon tayo ng violation or memo, magiging bahid yon sa performance natin. Okay? So, tatandaan nyo yan. Kung ano yung gagawin ninyo sa training, kung ano yung natututunan nyo sa training, sa immersion, actually, yun din po ang i-apply ninyo kapag nagtrabaho na kayo. Okay? So, thank you, Leah Zamier Handuman. So, let's proceed with the oral expression. Let me ask Raven Joy Tizon of BPP.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please read oral expression and then explain your thoughts about it.
Orally communication ideas, suggestions clearly and pleasantly. Reading, interpreting, and following information on work specification. Base ma'am sa pagkakaintindi ko po is, kung meron po kayong ideas na gustong i-share sa kanila, dapat po is direct or all about po sa trabaho na kinuha nyo or sa pag-OJT-han nyo po. Tapos yung reading, interpreting, and following informations on work specifications, base po sa pagkakaintindi ko is, parang susundin niyo po lahat ng information about po dun sa trabaho na or pinag-OJT-han. Yun lang po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Raven Joy. Very good, tama yun. If you want to express or if you want to say something direct, it should be direct. But, of course, kailangan careful pa rin tayo, ha? It should be pleasantly discussed. And, yes, Jericho, paki-off mo na yung mic, Jericho. Thank you, Jericho. So, going back, yun nga, if you want to say something or if you want to discuss something, please make it sure na related sa trabaho. So, avoid natin yung mga unnecessary comments or unnecessary topic. So, dapat work-related lang para maiwasan din natin yung mga samaan ng loob. And, dapat you can read and interpret the information and instruction pertaining to work specification. Dapat marunong tayong sumunod sa instruction. Again, thank you, Raven Joy Tizon. Move on. Please read the dependability. Can
Pwede
we?
po sumagot?
Yes, Rogeline?
Yes po.
Okay.
Sa dependability po, ability to adjust effectively to new or changing situation with minimum difficulty. So alam naman po natin ngayon na yes, COVID po. In every situation po, makakaranas po tayo.
Rogeline, excuse me. Dependability is yung voluntary, observing, and
Ay,
time
sorry po.
management. Yeah, okay.
Ano po?
It's okay. So please
Ayun po.
read.
Sorry po. Voluntary performance and punctuality when supervisor is not around. Yung pagkakaintindi po dito, kahit wala po yung leader natin or yung nagsusupervise sa atin, dapat nagagawa po natin yung work natin ng maayos po, yung cleanliness po. Then, maging initiative po tayo sa mga ginagawa natin every time po na may inihahanda sa atin na proyekto po ma'am, pagkukusa po. Tapos po sa observing safety and environmental aspects related to workplace ma'am. Dapat check po natin yung kapaligiran po natin if ligtas po ba tayo doon sa workplace po natin. Tapos po, wait lang po, di ko makita yung isa. Tapos po yung isa po, time management skills po. Mayroon po akong nabasa na space repetition po. Kapag gumagawa po tayo ng isang project or isang assignment po or homework, dapat po hindi po yung tuloy-tuloy po na 10 hours po gagawa ng mga projects. Meron po tayong tinatawag na rest po. Dapat, yun po yung pagkaunawa ko po sa time management po. Huwag po yung ibabagsak po natin na isang araw yung lahat ng works. Pwede naman po tayo magpahinga sa tamang oras po. Yun po. Salamat po.
Okay, thank you, Rogeline. Very well said. Tama yun. When it comes to time management skills, huwag naman puro work na lang. So, sasagarin natin yung katawan natin, 10 hours work. So, paminsan-minsan, kailangan may interval. Then, you have to take rest. So, sa paggawa rin ng output sa ating immersion, so 2 hours lang naman kayo na kailangan naka-join sa ating training, and after that, you can take a rest and saka nyo na lang po balikan yung inyong mga kailangan na tapusin. Of course, kailangan din lagi niyong tatandaan, hindi namin kayo nakikita on an actual situation. So, we don't have an idea kung ginagawa niyo talaga yung inyong trabaho. So, we have full trust on you. So, we treat you as professionals as well na pag sinabi namin na ito yung deadline, gagawin nyo rin without our full supervision. Thank you. So, next is adaptability. May we have Reomi Kotumang?
Yes po.
Yes, please.
Ability to adjust effectively to new or changing situation with minimum difficulty. Based on my own understanding, dito po sa first adaptability na to, yung kami po ay pag nahihirapan po kami sa mahirap na sitwasyon, pwede po naming pwede po kaming umisip ng ibang paraan para ma-cope po yung situation na yun with minimum difficulty po. Yun po yung ano ko dun, understanding. Tapos second po, sequences, operations, and meets work specifications. Ito po yung maayos po naming nagagawa po yung mga operation na magkakasunod-sunod tapos nagagawa din po namin na maayos yung mga specification dun sa gawain or assignments na yun. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much, Rayomi ko, Tumang. So again, yung adaptability, one word lang yan. Dapat marunong tayong mag-adjust. So kung mahirap, kailangan i-optimize naman natin yung skills natin. So ibig sabihin pag mahirap, kailangan ibigay natin yung 101% full performance natin. Hindi tayo kailangan madalas nagrereklamo. You take it as a challenge kasi in the actual world o sa real workforce, mas mahirap naman talaga and mas marami pang challenges na may encounter. So you just have to adopt. All right? So thank you again, Riomiko. Let me have Jaziel Rose Oheno to read the interpersonal relationship. Hi, Jaziel.
Hello po. Wait lang. About po sa interpersonal relationship, display of cooperation, tact, emotional EQ with associate and supervisor. Yung pagkakaintindi ko po doon, yung pakikipagkapwa po sa mga kasamahan mo po sa trabaho.
Okay. Yes, Jaziel. Any additional?
And yung sa clear and appear work values, ethics, concept, and consistently in the workplace. Wait. Wait lang pa po.
It's okay. Sige. May I ask Catherine Custodio to follow up? Can you explain the clear and affirm the work, values, ethics, and concept?
Yes, yes po,
Catherine,
ma'am. Good morning po.
go ahead.
Um, po sa interpersonal relationship, ang mahalaga po dito is yung stable po yung mental, emotional mo po na sa pagkatao mo po. Para makapaggawa ka po ng ano ng maayos po ma'am. Tapos walang hahadlang po na kahit anong emotional dun sa ano mo. Para yung mga yung work na gagawin po mo po ma'am. Then maayos po at hindi po ikaw hindi po mawala sa focus ko ano man po yung ginagawa niyo po.
Wow, very good, Catherine. Dapat stable ang mental and emotional status mo with conviction yun. Very good. Okay, next is, how about Raven Joy Tizon again? If you would like, personal behavior and relationship with coworkers and or clients consistent with ethical standards, policies, and guidelines. Or if anyone, kung sino yung gustong sumagot doon, mag-add. Mukhang okay na sila. Yes? Anyone from the group? I think naintindihan nyo naman na yung interpersonal relationship. Yes? Again, Gracious Alicando.
Ayun. Kailangan daw po yung relasyon natin sa mga coworkers natin, sa mga client po natin, ay dapat nandun pa rin po. Kahit po matagal na tayong nag-work sa kanila, kailangan panatili po natin yon. Tsaka kailangan po naiintindihan natin ng maayos yung mga pinapatupad po dun sa company, tsaka sa group na po yun, mga policies and guidelines para po mapanatili yung communication tsaka yung relationship between you and the company or your clients po.
Very good. So dapat establish natin yung harmonious relationship. What about the work ethics, Gracious? Would you like to discuss it for us? The last one, work ethics. Yes, Gracious Alicando.
Yung mga ano po, yung work ethics po natin, yung sa mga kailangan po natin gawin po doon, kailangan po alam po natin natin yung ginagawa natin at saka kailangan po isaalang-alang po natin doon yung mga dapat po gawin po doon or yung sinasabi po ng clients natin para po magampanan natin yung mga dapat po gawin sa orientas po natin.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And for the students who answered and discussed with us the evaluation category or the evaluation criteria, I'm sure naintindihan ninyo kung ano yung mga factors to consider at yung mga points na dapat ninyong gawin for you to be able to perform your task successfully. So again, maraming salamat sa mga nag-participate. And Doc Res, would you like to add something po sa ating discussion?
Yes, ma'am. And anyway, this general orientation is recorded. So at share din yung ating mga live stream links ng sa YouTube and Facebook. So this event is recorded for the others to access. Kapag, lalo na dun sa mga hindi naka-attend ngayon, ma'am, at dun sa mga, kasi hindi rin natin maiwasan na magkaroon ulit ng transferees. So, please guys, share it to them at what do you call this? I-advise na lang natin sila na panoorin na lang ulit ito, okay? So that they will also know how to behave or how to participate or how to do the industry or work immersion online. Okay po?
Yes, thank you so much, Ma'am Chris. Yan, malinaw po ha, pakisuyo na lang sa ating mga students, sa ating mga learners, and also with the parents. They can watch this via YouTube and Facebook. So meron po itong live stream. So don't worry, kasi mababalikan at mababalikan nyo ito. And for now, I believe we are open for the question and
Okay, ma'am.
answers.
Yes
So
po.
kung may mga tanong, please feel free to uh, send your question through our chat box kung meron tayong hindi
Okay.
nabalikan.
Please do po.
Okay. Especially yung
Pati
ating
yung
mga
mga,
parents.
yes ma'am, yung mga nasa GC, Nigel, pwede mong ano dito anak, pwede mong i-inform dito kung ano yung mga questions ng ating mga parents sa ating FB and YouTube live stream.
Yes, opo. And take note po, yung ating attendance link ay nandito po sa ating chat box. So please access and register to your attendance. Thank you. So far kanina, Ma'am Chris, may nabasa lang po ako about insurance and medical exam.
Yes ma'am, yeah, right.
Yun po
Okay.
yun.
So we have concern about that at sige ma'am, i-locate ko lang yung ating survey and let's see kung ano yung ano yung pinaka-summary, okay? Wait lang po.
Before po kasi sa face-to-face, meron po tayo niyan, right, ma'am?
Yeah, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Ngayon, ang tanong po nila, how about dito sa ating online or sa virtual po? Will stay
Yeah, yes po.
still
Wait lang
meron
po.
pa rin
Tingnan
po.
muna natin, ma'am.
Okay po.
Okay, wala po bang nagtatanong ng ibang mga concerns dyan, ma'am? While I'm accessing the link.
So far po, payapa ang ating chat box, ma'am.
Payapa. Thank you, Lord. Ibig sabihin, wala nang magtatanong. Okay,
Walang
wait.
masyadong katanungan. Mayroon naman po tayong mga immersion teacher and specialization teacher. So, pwede rin po kung medyo nahihiya silang magtanong ngayon, pwede po tayong magtanong sa ating mga teachers. Yes, Rogeline Anquilio. Meron lang daw po siyang gustong itanong. Go ahead. You may use, ayan. Ayan nga nak, sorry po, may bayad po ba yung health insurance? May bayad po ba? Yes, inaayos lang
Yes.
ni Ma'am Cres yung kanyang presentation for a moment nak at masasagot yan in a short while. Ayan, so habang nagpe-present po or nagpe-prepare si Ma'am Cres, happy lunch to us kung gusto niyo
Yes,
po.
pwede na po tayong mag working lunch po tayo, okay? Para lang po ma-discuss natin lahat ng mga parts ng ating work immersion, okay? So, nakikita niyo po ba? So, ito po majority dun sa ating registration ay 17 years old yung ating mga senior high school students. Ayan po. Tapos, dito naman po sa survey on about the insurance. Ayan, ito po siya. Would you like to avail of the yearly TNTS Work Immersion Insurance? At ang sumagot po ay ilang percent? 90.1% out of the 100. So, meaning to say 374 out of the 415 na nag-participate po dito sa ating survey, okay? Na nag-register. So, meron din pong nag-no na 43, which is 10%. At doon naman po sa would you like to avail of the yearly TNTS medical examination prior to work immersion deployment. So, meron din po tayong 361 or 87% and a no of 56 or 13.5%. Okay po? So, ibig sabihin po nito, majority sa atin ay tumugon ng yes. But, ang scenario po dito ay both meron po siyang payment. And in the previous years, for our online work immersion deployment, we charge it, actually yung ating insurance provider ay 100 pesos. 100 pesos, Ma'am Jen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po. So it is 100 pesos. While the medical examination naman po ay 200 pesos. May kasama na po doon ng x-ray and then the urine, mga ganyan. So, ano po, yun po yung cost, yung cost ng ating insurance and medical. But we will still bring this up with our school principal, and if ano ba tawag nito, if he approves this also, ipo-proceed po natin. Okay, but this time, kasi kung para po magawa natin to, but pwede naman po kasing doon sa insurance, the insurance thing, mas ano po ito, mas I think this is more feasible than the medical exam. Kasi medical exam, ano po ito we will be needing your presence or meaning to say may face-to-face po dito. And ito nga po yung iniiwasan natin, okay? But for this, ano po, insurance, pwede naman pong ano na lang, via GCash or kung ano man, ano ba tawag nito, ano mang arrangement ang mapapag-usapan with the school administration or our school head. So we will keep you posted. We will give you informations or updates pertaining to this, but at least nalaman po natin kung ano po ang majority voice from the participants or from the grade 11 senior high school students with their parents. Okay po, so yun po muna ang ating pag-usapan about the medical examination and the insurance. We will give you updates. Okay po.
Just question, Jayril.
Paano po pagbagsak ng medical?
Paano po kapag bumagsak po sa medical?
Yeah. Actually, anak, kasi 'di ba, you are in the comfort of your homes naman. So if ang ano ba tawag nito? Ang assessment naman, for example, sa ng doktor ay pwede ka naman mag-attend ng virtual classes, pwede pa rin naman. But in cases na halimbawa ang advice na sa ng doktor ay refrain or avoid, or yun nga, refrain from attending even virtual classes or virtual training, that's the time na hindi ka talaga po pwedeng mag-qualify to participate in the work immersion. Okay? Kasi kailangan sundin natin kung ano ang advice or prescription ng doktor. Okay po?
Opo, ma'am. Thank you po.
Okay po.
Okay. The next question po, ma'am, mag-medical exam insurance lang po ba kapag face-to-face na?
Actually, anak, yun nga, that's the reason why we had brought up this survey para to know of your position also, lalo na sa mga parents, sa parents po natin and our guardians, kung gusto pa ba ninyo or gusto pa rin po ba ng lahat na ma-avail or ano ba tawag nito, mag-undergo ng medical examination and avail of the insurance. So ito po yung isa pang purpose natin why we are having this consultation or consultative meeting or general orientation. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Raven Joy, for the question. So another question po, ma'am, from Jonathan Peñalosa. Ask lang po, okay, need po ba talaga ng medical exam? Kasi kung online naman po, maraming salamat po. I think nasagot na ni Doc Cres ito, but
Yeah.
still, for additional Doc Cres.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yeah,
need,
anak.
need
We will
po.
give you updates on this, anak, kung ano ang magiging final decision with our school administration, with our school head, our school principal. Yun po yung ating ipapatupad, okay? But as we have said, as we have shared, majority of the parents of the students in the survey expressed their agreement para magkaroon ng what they call this, insurance and the what they call this, the insurance and the medical examination. So whatever kung anong ma-finalize natin, you will learn of it, okay? We will give you updates through your advisors and your GCs, okay?
Ayan. Thank you so much, Doc Cres. Kumbaga ano lang to, summary, yung insurance and medical, yes, it is important. But then again, lahat po ng yan ay proposal pa lamang. Kung majority ay agree, then we will proceed with that. If not naman, then dun din tayo mag-a-adjust. So, bottom line is, importante pa rin ang medical examination and insurance. But for now, medyo hindi tayo 100% po, ma'am, sa implementation, right? So,
Yes, ma'am.
nagdedepende tayo. Okay, so thank you. May mga iba pang katanungan? Aside po dun sa insurance, how about the process? So, sa tingin ko, wala naman. Thank you again sa mga nag-join, especially yung parents po. Maraming salamat po at still, kayo po ay matyaga pa rin na nakikinig sa amin dito sa ating presentation when it comes to immersion program na virtual or online training po. Yes, Rise May. Is that your real name? Yes, any question po so far? Okay. Jericho Siosan, ask ko lang po kailan mag-start ang work immersion from automotive course, ma'am. Kailan po mag-start ang immersion?
Opo, right after your fourth quarter examination, anak. Okay? Kung kinakailangan gawin natin simultaneous, we will do that. Okay? Para madali nating matatapos. Okay? Kasi mahirap na naman ulit kapag kapag nag-umpisa na yung ating regular classes or school year, kasi maapektuhan or what they call this, magkakaroon ng overlapping with your other subjects at napakahirap nun. Mahirap at your part, mahirap din at our end. Okay? So, but in cases na hindi natin ma-deploy lahat during the vacation time, kasi kagaya ng in-explain namin kanina anak, wala tayong bakasyon sa work immersion. Okay? Because we are making use of the vacation, the breaks as an advantage para ma-deploy kayo. Okay? Para hindi magkaroon ng conflict or hindi mag-overlap na naman with the other subjects during regular classes. Yun yung iniiwasan natin para hindi rin kayo mahirapan. Ayan, no? Nag-chat na si Ma'am Jen sa ating chat box. After fourth quarter examination ang deployment. So, ano po yon? Sa lahat na po yun ng ating specializations. Okay? We will arrange with our the team of the Tnts, Senior High School Work Immersion, kung paano natin gagawin. If ever we will be implementing the simultaneous work immersion of all the different specializations. Okay po?
So may question ulit po, ang OJT po ba ay face-to-face or online? Nasagot na ni Doc Cres kanina, but for clarification again, Doc Cres, yun po.
Yes, anak. So, kaya tayo nagpatawag anak ng training, ng meeting na to, ng orientation na to, is to inform everyone, everybody, the learners, the students, the parents, na ang ating gagawing work immersion sa Tanza National Trade School for this school year ay online. Okay po? So, wala po muna tayo doon sa face-to-face dahil hindi pa pinapayagan ng DepEd. Okay po? Raven?
Ayan, thank you. And kung hindi po, additional ma'am, kung hindi po kaya sa online or hindi sila makaka-join sa virtual, meron po tayong modular.
Yan. Yes, actually ma'am, yes.
Napaka...
At saka doon sa kagaya ng diniscuss na natin kanina na ano siya, synchronous and asynchronous, meaning to say recorded lahat yung ating training, so anytime pwede nyo siyang panoorin and then accomplish the tasks, the tawag nito, the training task na pinoprovide o binibigay sa atin ng ating mga trainers, and that's it. You're as well attending your work immersion. Okay? At kagaya ng sinabi ni Ma'am Jen kanina, for those of without connectivity sa internet, pinoprovide din natin yung written ano ba tawag nito? Written module for the work immersion. Pero mas maganda pa rin anak kasi alam ko naman lahat naman tayo may access na sa sa social media. And we are using the what they call this, the messenger, kasi meron naman tayong live stream. Okay? So, anytime, pwede nyo rin siyang panoorin. If you cannot access the Google Meet or the Google Classroom, we have the GC for you to attend, for you to see and watch at the time of your convenience. So, we would still encourage na online talaga ang gagawin ng ating mga grade 11 or senior high school students, grade 11. Okay, rather than the written one. Kasi hindi namin ma-explain sa inyo kung ano yung gagawin ninyo, kung ano yun, o di ba? But, if you are connected with us through any of the available social media or online platform, we can explain. We can get in touch with you. Okay? Kung ano man yung concern ninyo, pwede namin i-address yon. Okay? So, please lang anak, sa ating mga kaklase na sabi nila online naman ako, modular naman ako, ba't ako mag-online? Paki-explain sa kanila na mas mahihirapan sila kapag wala sila dun sa GC because walang magpapaliwanag sa kanila. Babasahin lang nila yung ating mga instruction for them to understand. Okay? So, might as well, po pwede po nating mas mas nire-recommend namin at mas sinasuggest po namin na mag-participate po tayo online. Okay po? Okay po, ma'am.
Yan, okay po. Yan, thank you po. Salamat po. Ayan po yung mga sagot ng ating mga student. Yung link po kanina sa example ng narrative, yes, opo. Sabi nga po ni Doc Chris, lahat po ng forms na kakailanganin ninyo para sa ating immersion ay ipo-provide, provided po kayo ay nasa classroom or dun sa ating Google Classroom. Right, Ma'am Chris?
Yes, ma'am. Yes po.
Kasi doon nyo lang po siya ma-access at ma-view. Ayan. So, I think
Mada-download din.
at mada-download. So, ayan. Thank you, ma'am. No, so far, wala na pong question. Again, thank you sa clarification, Doc Res. Okay, may habol. Si Jayril. Active si
Okay,
Jayril.
go ahead, anak.
Paano po pag bumagsak ka po sa medical po? Makakapag-immersion ka po?
Ano yun, anak?
Ay, nasagot na siya kanina.
Sa
Ang
medical
yung bagsak ka po.
Sa medical exam, anak. Kapag ang advice lang ng doktor ay yung hindi ka po pwedeng umattend ng online or any physical activity, that's the time na hindi ka talaga po pwede na. Pero kasi nasa bahay naman kayo di ba? You will be doing this online. At ang assessment, although meron kang sakit, for example, na kung matuloy man yung ating medical examination at i-advise sa'yo ng doktor for complete rest without any physical activity or even attending yung virtual classes or online classes, ay hindi po namin po pwedeng ipilit yon. Kailangan nating sundin kung ano yung payo ng doktor. Okay? Okay po.
Okay, siguro I will entertain last question na lang po. Pag modular po, ma'am, paano po namin masu-search or mari-reach rather yung mga links?
Ano po? Paulit, ma'am? Ano po?
Pag modular po, ma'am, paano po namin mari-reach yung mga links? So,
We will also provide it to you, anak. Meron din tayong kagaya nung nakaraan, yung third batch natin ay sila. They are the asynchronous batch actually. So ano ba tawag nito? The written module pa rin siya pero it is available online yung kanilang mga sinagutan. So they are also member of they also join the Google Classroom intended for the asynchronous learners at doon po sinagutan din po nila.
Yes,
doon din po namin kayo i-guide. Okay?
Okay, siguro itong question ni Raven, ma'am, regarding sa medical. As of now, hindi natin to masasagot kasi nga, nandun pa lang tayo sa proposal. We are just collecting parang surveys.
Yes, survey.
So ngayon, hindi pa natin alam yung location.
Okay, wala pang anak wala pang final agreement on this. Wala pang guidelines on this. Okay? We will, kagaya ng sinabi namin kanina, we will give you updates on this. Okay po? Pero, at least with the survey, the outcome of the surveys, merong possibility. Okay? Possibility pa lang yon na you will be required of the insurance and the medical examination. Possibility pa lang. Okay? It is still under survey and proposal. Hindi pa po ito final. Okay? Yun ang pakisabi sa ating mga parents.
Yes, ma'am.
Ay, nakikinig pala sila with us. Okay.
Yes, meron po kasi, ma'am, yung parent po, hindi nila kasama. Siguro nag-chat lang din po ng question. Yes, we do encourage that. Meron po. Okay, so far po, wala na tayo mga tanong.
Yes, ma'am. Do we have any parent officer with us, ma'am?
Yes, opo.
Officer of the PTA po, any office you hold?
May we invite you po?
Siguro ma'am, tanungin natin yung mga students
Oo.
kung sino ang officer sa parents nila.
Okay, students, meron ba sa inyo na naka-join ngayon and you have your parents with you who is an officer of a PTA? Any position po na hawak nila? Meron po ba dito na kasama po yung parents or katabi po nila ang kanilang parents? Nako, Ma'am Cres, mukhang nahihiya po sila.
Oo nga ma'am eh. Any parent we have, gusto lang po namin kayong mahingan po ng
Comment.
pahayag ng pagsuporta po dito sa ating ginagawang work immersion online sa Tanza National Trade School. Pwede po ba namin kayong mahingan po ng pahayag? Volunteer parent po from the participants, please. Wala, ma'am.
Mukhang nahihiya po sila talaga.
Opo. Pero kasi po hindi po natin po pwedeng tapusin ang ating event ngayon without any word from a parent who is with us.
Yes, exactly
today po.
So how about Raven Joy? Hi, Raven.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, kasama mo ang iyong nanay or tatay na nakikinig?
Hindi po, ma'am.
Oh, hindi. Okay. Can you volunteer? Marco Paulo? So, few words lang po from your nanay or tatay, as message of support, or comments po nila. Huwag po kayong mahiya at kami po ay malugod po naming tinatanggap ang inyo pong pahayag ng suporta or komento po dito sa ating immersion program. Any thoughts po? Doc Cres, mukhang hindi po natin sila maimbitahan.
Wala din po dito magulang ko.
Ay, wala din kay Marco Paulo. Para makita po naman namin ang inyong mga nanay at tatay, kung may tanong sila, ma-recognize po namin.
I think Ma'am Jen and Ma'am Cres, sobrang linaw na nung pagpapaliwanag nyo sa kanila. That's why wala na silang maas.
Ay, opo. Ito meron po. Si Gracious Alicando, si Papa po. Ay, very
okay.
nice.
Salamat. Okay.
Yes,
Welcome,
please.
sir. Mr. Alicando po.
Can we have his full name po? Nak, paki-type in dito.
Hello, good morning, ma'am. This is Father of Gracious Ann Alicando.
Go ahead, sir. Magandang tanghali po.
Yung thoughts ko lang, ma'am, about sa ganyang senaryo, masasabi ko dyan, kailangan po natin sumunod, ma'am, sa protocol ng ating batas na yung pagkalat po, ma'am, ng ating virus na COVID-19 ay para maiwasan, mas better po siguro na safe po yung mga kabataan natin ngayon. Yun po yung aking masasabi, ma'am. Kasi,
okay. Yes, sir.
Yun po yung ina-amend po ng batas natin eh. So, pabor po sa mga magulang na wag muna sa ngayon mag face-to-face.
Yes, sir. Actually, and yun po yung reason, sir, kaya po tayo karoon ng pagpupulong ngayon ng general orientation kasi yun nga po, ipinaparating po natin sa lahat na tayo po ay magkakaroon ng senior high school work immersion online. So wala po tayong face-to-face na gagawin, sir.
Ayun, ma'am. Strongly agree ako dyan. Agree ako dyan, ma'am.
Okay, salamat po.
Okay, ma'am. Salamat po.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po sa
Opo.
inyong message of support.
Opo.
Salamat, sir. Salamat.
Okay. So ayan, we are heading to our last part, Ma'am Cres, and gaya nga po ng sinabi ni Ma'am Julie.
Yes, ma'am, pwede po bang pa-chat, tama yung sinabi mo kanina, ma'am, pa-chat po dito yung full name ni sir,
Opo.
yung nag-message of support na father ni Gracious Alicando. Anak, paki-type in yung full name ng papa mo and also your section, Gracious. Okay? Thank you. We'll wait, anak.
Ayan, para
Kasama kasi yan sa documents natin. Okay?
Yes po.
Albino Alicando, ABMA. Okay, G11 ABMA. Thank you so much, sir, for your message of support to the group. It concludes our event for today. Yes, Ma'am Jen.
Yes po. Thank you so much, Sir Albino Alicando. All right. So we are moving to last part of our event or the program. May we ask Mr. Edison Ferranil for the closing remarks? Good afternoon, Sir Ferranil.
I think Sir Neil is not around, Ma'am Jen.
I see. So, Ma'am Cres.
Yes, ma'am. Please do the honor.
All right po. Thank you so much po. So again, that concludes our event for this day. The Tanzania National Trade School Senior High School Students Parents Work Immersion General Orientation. At muli, alam ko po na marami kaming kaalaman at paglilinaw na naibahagi sa inyo tungkol sa nalalapit na immersion program in the new normal para sa ating grade 11. At ang programa ito, bagamat alam po natin na may kaakibat na pagsubok, tayo po ay tulong-tulong kasama ng mga mag-aaral, magulang, guro at pamunuan ng paaralan. Tayo po ay magtatagumpay basta tayo po ay sama-sama. Muli, magandang araw at God bless to all. Maraming salamat po sa pagdalo.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
po.
you.
Thank you po.
Salamat po.
God bless everyone.
Thank you
See you
po.
all guys sa ating deployment.
See you
God
Po.
bless
all.
all,
Thank you
mga
po.
anak. God bless.
You can open your camera.
Salamat.
You can open your cameras
Thank you
po
po.
for photo op.
Thank you po.
Hi. Salamat. You can have your lunch.
God bless everyone.
Bye.
Thank you again, Sir Albino Alicando. Thank you, Gracious.
Thank you rin, ma'am.
Salamat din po.
And for the students who participated during the discussion, thank you.